Battle of the Paliboys. Toy Force. Matt, Shabby Mark, Tez, Daft Mark, and John. And what do you know with them from down under? 7 Usual Mike 7. Watching, warning against pre-orders from toy companies from beyond our countries. Toy Force. Fearless old collectors protecting Earth's entire toy community. Always 5, acting as 1. Dedicated, inseparable, invincible.
Hey, good evening.
Hey, ooh,
Nice.
Andy, yes.
Hey,
Oh, look at that.
7 people on the stream. You know what that means, don't you? Printed 80p.
Hey, oh, wow. Yeah, you all got
Can I get to have half my face covered by a Paliboys logo?
This is like
Blankety
blank, isn't it?
Oh, no.
You never look better, John.
I've got room. I've got room.
Hey, you got my head now. What about that one?
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Branding. No, that. I want one.
What's
Oh,
up, Shabby? You look tipped
better.
off.
I thought it was shabby. Come on.
He's pretending.
Oh, good start.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
there you go.
Shabby
Tez is in the chat.
I mean,
Hey.
Right. We've lost Shabby.
Oh, he wasn't pretending. I thought he was pretending. I thought he was.
Everybody came on and it just flicked straight off.
you like that?
Hello, everyone.
Let's move people about. There we go.
Celebrity Squares. You get to
Uncle Tez.
Uncle Tez.
I'm
So
Whoopi
he's-
Goldberg.
You're the cleaning lady, Aunt B, or whatever her name was.
Oh, Alice.
Alice, that's it. Yeah, but
Alice?
Brady Bunch, right? Who was Aunt B? Aunt B was on. That was Andy Griffith. Yeah.
Which background do we like?
Oh.
So we have show the
Yeah, that one. I like that one.
Yeah, we can all be in the Death Star. That's good.
Yeah, that'll do.
Nice.
Start to
Or
make
like
everyone.
called the best Death Star.
The best.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
No, yes.
I'm gonna always choose Kenner. I'm gonna always choose Kenner.
Oh, I think everybody is against you there, John.
Yeah, it's what you grew up with. It's what you grew up with, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Tess, did you get your TV sorted?
Yeah, we all want to know. Come on.
We got spare ones, so it's temporary. So we're getting one
Oh,
sorted.
temporary.
Yeah,
So,
So you
no.
throw that through the window.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like thinks it's a rolling.
Hey,
stone.
Adam.
Hey,
Hi,
Adam.
hi, hi.
I just got your package today, Adam. Thank you so much.
Hi, hi,
Oh,
hi.
look at that.
Did not need to do that.
Stormy T.
Tommy T.
Stormy.
3 minutes.
I saw something awesome today that was perfect for Scuba Pete. I'm gonna put a
Everything's
picture of it.
perfect for Scuba Pete.
Yeah.
It was a Funko Pop. I'm gonna put a picture up on Twitter so you can see it later. But it's a Funko Pop of a chicken McNugget from McDonald's dressed up in scuba gear.
I want one. I want one. Is there a spare?
It's just like what?
Jonathan.
Like why?
right.
Hi, John.
Okay.
Pixel.
What?
Pants.
Wow. Okay.
Well, Shabby needs to do it.
Yeah,
now.
Scuba Pete as well. Thank you for my amount of chocolate you've sent me. Jesus. That's going to last me all year.
I'm still eating the last bit of chocolate Jody sent me. He sent me these two. They're like inch thick bars that were like 6 inches long.
I don't think we'll be getting anything from Jody anymore. Not with the shipping.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
no.
BTM, nice video, mate. I love his videos.
Chippo.
Oh, it's Ghostbusters. Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, it was.
It was.
Straightforward, plain videos.
Oh, Biker
Good
Scout.
evening.
Now taken out. Innit?
Nice to see you.
Nice to see a Biker Scout.
Adam.
Adam.
The lovely John.
John.
Everybody's saying hello to everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
not so
well,
much
Should
us.
be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Hello,
76.
Hello. Hello.
yeah,
Gareth.
So You guys got slightly different posters, didn't you?
Little Mike postponed.
Because you got one that's more like Empire Strikes Back, or like a 21 back.
Martin.
Yeah.
Where
Right,
Tez
so-
has one. Tez has one that's more like a 12 back with all the drawings.
Yeah.
There's,
That's-
there's three types, isn't it? There's three different types, I think.
There's three different ones.
Yeah,
Okay,
mix it
cool.
up.
Yeah.
Look at this. Start of the stream, not the end of it.
Yeah, Steve's gone
Yeah,
on.
thanks for joining us.
Look at this.
Debbie's next
Yeah, I
down.
know. All these people.
Yeah, it's not me for a change.
Oh.
The new map. Eb.
Off the waste
Off
of
waste of Glasgow.
Oh. What's Dave drinking? Is it like? Is it,
Gin today.
it's not
Don't mention Brady, please. Thank you.
It's not the alcohol-free gin, is it?
No. There's
What's
a
that about?
problem.
Kevin. Crikey, this is going to take on. Get through all this.
Yeah,
Luke.
I got Luke. Oh, all right.
Oh, dear.
yeah.
Gary.
Gary,
Gary.
that's having 70 people.
Thank you,
watching.
mate.
Now
Thank
it's-
you.
No.
So leave that code though to unlock it.
I'm picking the little fleas out of
Yeah. Celebrity blankety
like
blank,
mon-
isn't it?
monkeys do that, right?
One's out.
They groom each other. So I'm grooming Tez.
Jumpy.
Mm.
Ooh, thank you, Luke. I've just seen what you sent me.
Cheers, Adam. That was just. I'll show you in a minute what he sent me.
Oh, nice.
I'm just. I did a shabby today.
You get moist.
Just
DCB.
bought some random stuff.
Hey, Joe.
June.
Blacked out.
Hello.
But
Salacious. Oh, he played Jamiroquai in one of his shorts last night. Awesome. Loved it.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Hey, there he is. Chocolate chip wookie.
Chocolate chip.
Yeah, he's got a stick tonight. He's gonna whack it.
You know what? I'm gonna move just
Whack
so
it.
it doesn't happen.
Oh, the lights going out.
That's a good idea.
Luke.
Luke.
You need to have someone in detention so they just run around.
yeah,
I know.
yeah, you need some child.
He's nugget
You'll
cold.
do the day.
Yeah, you'll do.
You mean you
today.
mudhorn danglies?
Now we can see all his souvenirs.
Hey.
Oh, I tell you what, Tez,
Wow.
I'm
I
massive on that mudhorn danglies.
Yeah, I know.
I have not stopped laughing for about. My kids is like, shut up, Dad, shut up, mudhorn danglies. Done it all day.
Hey, that sounds just like him actually.
Dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, mate.
I loved it. Brilliant. Mudhorn danglies.
Danglers.
That was
I remember Boss
I
said
knew-
it
Hey,
last week. Boss
Yeah.
said, what did Boss say? The dog's danglies, and that made me laugh.
Danglers.
Danglies. Jabby loves it.
Any word.
Somehow,
Danglers
somehow,
again.
part of me knew that Andy was the high school strangler, and all
Yeah.
those shirts back there are the souvenirs, right?
Yeah, gonna need
Oh,
for
that's 3 hours. I know.
Hey, we're unlimited now. We're unlimited.
Unlimited.
We're on.
There's
everything,
no
aren't we?
limit. No.
Copyright.
Get me a bloody copyright.
Yeah. Not with our singing.
It didn't sound that much like it.
Hi, Michael.
Well, I don't even like it, but
Techno. Sorry.
Hey, you all making your Shabby Dance Friday video?
Yeah, Debbie.
Friday's back.
Yeah, go on
Andy
then.
is.
How is it?
Go on, Tez.
Oh.
Come on, John.
Yeah.
Come on, Matt.
Mrs. Eric.
Dance.
Hello,
That's a
Debbie, love.
I like doing the ones in my
Matt
car, but I
Matt
don't do
don't
the
dance.
stuff anymore. Right, Luke.
We are in the duster. Right then. We got through them all.
Right.
What time is it? Is it nearly time to go?
Not
No,
bad.
Bye.
And we've got Andy in tonight. And you can notice we've got 7, more than 6 that we usually can have. Fries, chocolate cream, and Yorkshire tea.
Nice, Tim.
Oh,
Nice.
Nice.
Lovely.
I thought you were going to do fries. too.
PG for me, Tim. PG for me.
Yeah.
I'm
Yes,
for
Greg.
Andrew up there.
Yes, Greg, we all love his tracky top.
Yeah. Fancy.
Fat,
Yeah,
very.
they are, Scooby. Yeah, they are. They're funny.
I wonder where he got the idea
Yeah. Yeah, it's awesome. Second best tune on YouTube, I think that. Second best.
Second best. I'll take it.
Yeah. Mr. Rez.
Mr. Rez.
Hey, Rez.
Right then.
A bit VTR.
Has anybody got anything? Anything?
Yeah.
I've got one thing.
Go on then.
but-
What
I
was
got
that?
more of a show and tell, but people go first.
Oh,
Hello.
yeah, poster. Nice, isn't it?
Very
Yes.
nice.
Oh yeah, it's a
Beautiful.
nice poster.
Got that today from
Yeah.
Johnny. Thank you very much.
So did I. got one of them.
Yeah, I got one too.
Got this
Yeah.
lovely
I
poster
didn't
as
get
well,
one.
which is going to be framed.
Yeah, oh yeah, I got one of them as
I
well.
got one,
Weird,
I got
that,
one
isn't
of
it?
them, oh,
I didn't get one of them either.
No, you're not getting one.
Nice.
You don't
Going
deserve it.
on.
Yeah,
Awesome, aren't they?
yeah, and I've got just the one figure today. Ooh.
Oh, you lucky get.
Otto.
Oh.
I got
Nice.
it out of the end.
Yeah, look at the back.
There
as
you
well.
go.
Look at that artwork. Oh,
Red 5?
lovely, isn't it?
Not Reed 5, Red 5.
Nope.
Yeah.
Not Reed 5.
Yeah, I've got your poster. Look, it's in the background.
Yeah.
So,
Hi, Si.
Yeah, it's
Right.
great. Great.
Oh,
figure.
yeah. You
I've got
lucky
this one.
sod. How'd you get that?
I haven't got the original, so I bought this one. So I'm like buying ones that I don't have as originals. So it's nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. That's a
Yeah.
good idea, Mark.
Mm.
Cheeky bugger.
I like that. I like that Rogue One AT-AT you got there.
Yeah, I was looking at that as well.
Yes. Yeah. Got
It
some
really
selections
was.
and
I like that Scoutwalker, that Black City Scoutwalker.
It
Yeah,
really
I
was.
change it up every night. Change it up.
No, he's ruined it. He's put all that stuff in front of that lovely wallpaper. Now we can't.
I know.
see it.
No,
Hey,
why is
it took him so long to put that wallpaper up, and he just.
I know.
What are you doing?
I know.
What are you doing cluttering up to the dining room with all this stuff? Sorry.
So you
Get this
tempering.
stuff out.
Get out, Will, get
John,
out.
it's warharvesttoys@gmail.com.
all goes back upstairs after.
Yeah. You watch them stairs, Matt.
Sleeping
So what'd you-
Chronicles. I popped into you last night. Said hello.
What'd you get, Tez?
Oh, right, I get. I've got a bit of a show and tell because I've been in the attic. You know me and
Nice
my
poster.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice poster
Yeah.
first.
Brilliant
Yeah, nice
posters. Thank
posters.
you,
Yeah,
Johnny.
lovely.
I
Lovely,
got-
lovely posters.
got
Got
the
a frame
Boba Fett
coming tomorrow.
Bloody hell, he got
Yeah.
one too.
Yeah, I got
We're
one.
all-
different one.
You'll get one, Shabby. We're just across the pond. We got to take forever.
There you go. And there's
look
Boba
at
Fett.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. Oh, yeah.
But I went into the attic, and this is all in pieces.
Oh,
John, what's happened then? Whoa. So
Oh,
is
good
the-
lad.
yeah.
Can you hear that? Yeah, and this transformed into a huge fire truck, and yeah, it was all in bits in the bag in the attic. I've just like I've got to find it, so I've got that out today.
Brilliant.
So that's what range is that, John? Is that Energon Transformers Energon?
Yeah, I think it was around Energon time frame. Yeah. Yeah.
But it transforms into a smaller Optimus. So that's
Doesn't he have lights? Isn't there a spot where he lights
yeah,
up?
it got at the back
There
there.
he is. Yeah.
Yeah. The battery's still working. Everything's great. And
Oh, cool.
oh yeah, and because Shabby was playing games, I've got sort of a demonstration. I'm not sure if I can do it. Here we go. We were talking
Play
games. Anybody's played this?
Yeah.
No, what is it?
You're the Millennium Falcon. It's the Jeddah Millennium Falcon attack, and you
Right.
turn it on. You turn it on. Yeah.
Jeez.
And look at that. And you can. It does loop the loops. And you go down,
Wow.
and you got to knock the TIE fighters off.
Hey,
Very
Tim.
technical, that. Very
Me and Josh
technical.
are playing that.
Um,
Oh,
Very
see,
technical.
see? Right, so that's that.
Hours of fun.
I
Hours.
was like,
Wow.
watching Shabby's gaming, his games yesterday, and I thought, I've got to show that. And also,
Potty.
what the,
In the
what the hell?
potty.
What the hell is that?
Did you paint him?
Oh, that's a bootleg and a half, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. It says "Made in China" on the bottom.
That's
No, never.
Yeah.
It's all made in China.
Never.
Even the
Yeah,
good
I
stuff.
know.
pretty cool. I like
Wow, this thing's in made. Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was quite cool. This is
it. Yeah, I
good.
like him.
Yeah. I thought it was a Bendham at first, but I was like, no, he doesn't bend.
Looks like an alien
Yeah.
probe.
Looks like a
Wow.
probe. bend over. So yeah, that's me. There you go. That's what I've shown.
Nice, Kevin.
Shown and told. Shown and told. Make me little again. There we go.
Very nice. Very
Oh,
nice.
geez,
That was exciting, yeah.
Who's next? John?
You want me to go?
Yeah.
All right. Well, the first thing I'd like to talk about is I talked about that sewing machine that I got for like really cheap, that little tiny one. It's like this big and fits on your desk.
Oh,
and I made a Jedi cloak.
Yeah, we saw your pictures and
We sewed the edges of it in, and it's not bad. So now I got to figure out how to make a hood, and then we'll get a hood attached to it. And my display case is coming along.
Ooh.
Nice.
And so he'll slide in there, and it's got the little things on the edge to hold the card so it doesn't fall forward.
Bye-bye.
And but one thing, so I got to put the front on and then make a lid, and then it'll be done. Well, one thing I've learned is the stuff that sticks it together on the sides. If you drip it, it makes spots.
Oh,
if you accidentally drip it, and they don't come off. They don't come off. It it etches the plastic. So
no, it burns it.
yeah, that's how it bonds the sides together. It actually like etches the plastic and glues, and the two become one piece. So it sort of the bonding agent sort of melts the plastic into one piece, So if you drip it, it etches through. So unfortunately, I'm going to have spots on the back of mine.
How many are you making, John?
Right now, just one case to see how it works. I've never done this before. I want to test it. So I'm learning as I go. But so vintage wise, I got my INT4.
No way.
I need a nose gun. I need a nose gun.
I've just been filming that today. That's that.
That one?
Yeah. No, not that one, but
So I'm happy with it. I found a Rice Krispie inside of it too. So it's like a bonus. Yeah, it was a bonus.
Wow.
But I need a sticker for the back and a thing that, it was probably a vintage Rice Krispie, right? It's been in there for 30 years. The Mando pack with the baby kid in it.
Wow.
So that I found that at Target. And I got this cool thing. Look at this.
Oh yeah, so the picture.
Ooh, that's a nice picture on the back. Yeah,
Put your butties in there, John. Put your butties in there.
Yeah, I'm
be
gonna
good.
put stuff in it. I like the Jawas on the side. I think that's pretty cool.
We never see them over here. It's such annoying. We don't see things like that over here. So
You don't get them at Asda?
Nope.
No.
Nothing like that.
No.
No.
Never see
They're $12. I could buy a couple
it's
extras and send them
No
to you
point.
guys.
I only get some of those.
No problem, Marky.
I know.
Of course, by the time I ship them over to you, they'll probably be $50.
Yeah, pricey.
Yeah, it costs more than what they're worth to ship. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's it. That's my show and tell.
Yeah.
Very good.
Brilliant.
Good.
Yeah, I'll get the Rice Krispie graded. Sure, it's a genuine Star Wars Rice Krispie now. Yeah.
So, Dave, have you got anything?
No, surprised. Nothing this year yet. I'm just looking around. Maybe I can just pick something out.
Show and tell.
Show and tell. Just pick something.
Too much in those rules.
That list you made was quite.
Dave was saving up to buy something big. I know it.
Here's a lunch.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, no, you.
Nice one.
Oh, George. Let's get off something better, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he hasn't got a Rice Krispie in that one.
No.
No, I don't have anything new this year because I'm not able to get out. Like most of you in the UK.
You have, Dave. You have.
Neither have I, but I've. Oh, you've got that.
Subs,
Oh, you've got
300 subs.
I got
Yeah.
He sure has. Brilliant.
300. Thanks everybody for the support and subscribing and watching.
You got all those drawers full of vintage, so you showed us the other day on those videos. So
I know. As you can see,
David, come on the show lying to everybody. God!
Yeah,
your Pursuitcraft behind you. Your Pursuitcraft, give me that.
Look at that. Yeah, as you can see,
I need
I'm getting the room sorted out.
That's something I've been looking for.
Ring is awesome. Awesome.
I'm
something I had as a kid.
The room tour will be coming soon.
Good stuff.
That's something I had as a kid, and I really want again. I loved that. It was like one of the first Transformers, really, wasn't it? It transformed into 3 different vehicles.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Wheels. It's got the float.
Yeah, I love that. Love that. Right then,
You'll be able to see Dave's collection on our website next weekend.
Nice.
shameless plug.
Yeah. If you want to see more of Dave's collection, I picked up something last night, and shout out to Mark Chocolate Chip Wookie for hooking me up here.
Yeah, it's good, lad.
He was able to grab a couple things for me.
Nice.
Oh, nice. The Rancor Keeper offer. Yeah.
Yeah, but Tez, when did you see the front cover?
Hey, Wizard and Chips.
I know, Wizard and Chips. I couldn't believe it when he showed that. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's pre-Wizard and Chips.
That's just chips.
Yeah, it's just chips.
Yeah.
Love it. That. Look at that.
Before the
Remember
merge.
them as kids, boys.
Yeah, look.
Yeah, Junior Otter.
It's like this, isn't it? It's just like this.
It's like
There's a whole bunch in there. I haven't read it yet. I just got it yesterday, but I thought this was funny. It's actually kind of a cool little version of him. But yes, this is from your guys' side of the pond. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
I remember that.
There you go.
And then let's see, got a couple
I
other.
do that. I have it in a needle. It's still dripped.
Hey, Vern.
Oh,
Yeah, Burn.
Vern.
Mark grabbed a couple Palitoy inserts for me. So
Oh wow! I've
That's cool.
Oh, we have a
Star Destroyer. Oh, love that.
Yeah.
Oh,
The Palitoy inserts were so much better than the Kenner little booklet.
That's quite surprising. It's come on a Palitoy poster because those were Airfix. Those models.
Right.
Some of them were Airfix, and the models were, yeah.
Yeah.
And what I really like about it is that you can fold it out. You know, it's not a booklet. You can see everything at once.
Yeah.
You know, and it's got figures.
And Darth Vader's TIE Fighter is a TIE Interceptor.
Yeah. So I'll put these in a little frame and hang them up.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And then I got to admit, I got this next one because I saw Tez had it. Tez had one, and I thought, this is pretty cool. I better get one too, because I want to be cool like Tez.
Oh, yeah, cool. Oh, there you go, yeah.
Don't we all?
Yeah. Tez's bedroom.
Yeah.
I've actually I've taken mine down. It's down here. Has he got any pinholes in it? Any pinholes?
No pinholes.
Oh.
No pinholes. But I like that the speeder bike's nose is upside down.
It is.
Oh, yes.
The Stormtrooper
on it.
Yeah, the photographers didn't have a clue, did they?
Not really.
No.
But there's nothing on the back of this one. It's just one-sided.
And it's
no, they got cheaper later on.
But and then my favorite. Oh, this is cool.
Oh yeah.
Looking for one of those. You did say that they came in the insert as an insert. It didn't. They actually get them at the shop, at the store.
Yeah, I remember.
Cool
Hobby used to have loads of them on the desk.
They had them on the counter, and you pick one up with.
At any store or in a store in particular?
Toy stores and whatever they sold. Star Wars.
He's got another one. He's got another one.
Yep, I got one more.
Oh,
yeah.
The
That's the one I can't find. I've got it somewhere. It's in a book.
I had that one. It came in the ATAT box, that one.
Yeah. So and what I can't decide is which side do I want to show?
The other side, that side, definitely.
That side.
Yeah, the other side.
You think so?
Yeah,
I think you need to buy 2 of these double-sided ones.
Yeah, that's very similar to the one you showed first, isn't it? But it's slightly,
Yeah,
different
I know what you
range.
mean, Ted.
It's a little bigger than that.
It hasn't got the Yoda on, and the figures are in different. Yeah. So what is it? Is that
If you
that's
stuck
the
it
kind of one?
between,
What, Matt?
you could put a piece of perspex each side, and then you could just flip it, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Hang it in the middle of the scene.
Brilliant, raw stuff.
And then there was one other thing
That's
too,
what I
but
was-
it's not a vintage. It's a new custom, and this was
Ted's his biggest fan.
Oh my god! Maria.
Mark knew the guy who created this, but
I did come in the Paliboys vehicles too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
You see a lot of those online, don't you?
Yeah, it's on the Paliboys Collectors Group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Awesome.
did reprints, didn't they?
Nice.
Yeah. He had a few of these, and I just wish I had more money because I'd get them all. But
Yeah.
but I love this one. It'll go nicely with my other Boba stuff.
Have you got enough wall? Have you got enough wall space, Andy?
Well,
Yeah.
that's what I got to figure out. I don't know. I told Josh last night that I was annexing one of my son's bedrooms for some things. So
Yeah, get him on the couch.
yeah.
Have his room.
Well, he can have his bed, but I just
I did poster for him, so you can switch them around.
Just have a corner in his room and just sit there all the time.
But thank you so much to Mark for helping me get those things. I very much appreciate it. I love these things. You just don't see a lot of Paliboys stuff, especially over here, and I'm tickled to have them. So thank
That's
you.
awesome, man. That's
Brilliant.
awesome.
Yeah, brilliant.
Cool.
Good old Mark.
Good on you for collecting
Thank you,
Paliboys.
Noel.
So, Shabba?
Yeah. Well, there's 2 people I want to thank for this one. First of all, I want to thank Andy for sending it to me, which is that.
Oh.
But then I want to thank Mark as well, because Mark said he'd have it, but when he found out that I needed it, he let me have it instead. So thank you, Andy. I really appreciate that. And thank you, Mark. So honestly, I love it. It's absolutely brilliant.
That's what we do, isn't it?
It's awesome. And Andy, being the toy mafia that he is, put me in contact with someone called Nick. I think we all know who Nick Milk is, and he got me that one. So Nick found one in his Target, and Andy put me in touch with him, and I got that off Nick. And all he wanted was the retail price plus shipping. That's it. So once again, collectors helping collectors. So I appreciate that from Andy. Cheers for sorting me out with that. Mark and Nick, cheers. So that's what I got.
Excellent. We should be getting ours next week, Cody. So
I go now then.
Next week.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah, should be. Yeah.
Are you ready for this?
Okay, all right. Adam sent me, and actually, I'll wait to the end for Adam's because I've got that much stuff this week. I've got the synergy stands for Princess Leia.
That's good.
That's cool.
Oh, they look awesome. Yeah,
Cool.
that's cool.
Don't drop
It's all
don't drop
engraved, Mark.
Yeah.
Is it engraved on it? Well, I couldn't actually see the writing on it.
All the names are etched in there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Don't drop them blasters.
Where's that from?
Ian's
From
display.
Ian Sanderson.
Ian's displays, yeah.
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 And I've got
Is that the Australian guy?
I got some of the I've got the card backs. You can see. Got some of the card backs. There's like acrylic that you can put the top loaders are called, and you put them in the acrylic to keep them safe. So I got those.
Oh, nice.
What else have I got? Got so much stuff you won't believe. I got to the Mission Fleet finally.
Oh,
Cool.
Oh, nice. A multi-pack, yeah.
Yeah.
5-pack.
Protect the child. I only wanted it for Cara Dune, obviously.
Oh.
Not a bother about
pram's
it.
That pram's massive, isn't it?
I love the Mission Fleet though. I love it. I bought myself a chocolate.
Barricade.
Wow.
Barricade.
He's awesome. He's awesome.
Have you taken him out yet? Have you?
He did, yeah, I saw it.
Oh,
Yeah,
I saw it in Combat. I saw it in
I haven't
Combat,
transformed him yet. I haven't done a review on him yet, so
Yeah. Yeah. The Bayformers are some of them are brilliant.
Really heavy.
Yeah.
Really heavy. So Adam, Scuba Pete sent me just a box, $61 shipping. It was a box full of chocolate and peanut butter stuff for my birthday. But Adam sent me some more chocolate, so well up with chocolate. But he also sent a couple of die-cast cars, Batmobile, and the 18 van, which I'm really happy about.
Yeah, good old Adam.
Look at that. Oh, yes.
Awesome.
He sent me another Batmobile on the card.
Mm.
Cool.
Hey.
But I had a shabby moment.
Yes.
What he sent me.
Admiral Akbar.
Nice.
Wow. Wow, what a nice guy.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Awesome.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
That's awesome, man.
When I opened it, I mean, you'll see on the video.
Yeah.
Just
Is that the beige vet vest? Or the grey one?
it's the beige one.
The beige one.
Wow.
Mm.
Yeah. So thank you, Adam. Thank you, Pete.
You got loads.
Made up. Just totally made up. Can't believe it.
I know it eats you, doesn't it? It's you really hard.
You couldn't see my face, so I had the camera above, but you can hear it in my voice. So I've read this.
Oh.
Crying over toys, you big softy. What's the matter with you?
Yay.
But Barry sent me. You know how I have a new phone,
Yeah.
and he sent me that iPhone 11.
Oh, yeah.
So I tell you what, he sent it from Texas on Thursday, and I got it Monday morning. I got it yesterday morning.
Wow.
So you can send things from America within 4 days, but you can't send
Expressed it.
across the country. You know what I mean? It's really
Baffling, isn't it? Baffling.
Hyperdrive delivery service.
Have you recorded with it yet, Mark?
Yes. The last 2 videos I've done.
Yeah.
I'm still messing about with all because there's so many settings in the camera.
Mm.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's a memory on it. It's like 500 and whatever gig. So I've never got memory
Yeah.
No.
Brilliant.
as well, and the battery life as well. 'Cause it's
Can imagine me using that.
so much. It's just got a full battery in it.
You know, speaking of Scuba Pete, I got one more thing to add because Scuba Pete sent me. You got to watch the video, but he sent me the G.I. Joe base. Him and I worked out.
Yeah, that was brilliant.
He found it for me. Him and I worked out a price. He got it for a good deal. I paid him. He sent me. Was nice enough to mail it to me, so it all worked out. And that thing is amazing. I was just blown away.
Did you see what Scuba Pete did with the Bacta tank? They put LEDs in it and walked in it. That's
And the bubbles.
awesome.
Yeah.
And the bubbles. The bubbles.
Yeah.
The bubbles were great. Yeah.
Little tiny fish tank sort of thing you can put in, isn't it? Sort of like a little fish tank
Amazing.
thing.
Might do that with mine.
Yeah, thing.
Yeah, Gary, they have they do the bounty hunter stand as well, like the layer one, which I'm going to get next.
Yeah, that was awesome. That layer stand. Never even seen that before.
Yeah, do some good things, you know. Really do.
So, John, are you going to have that G.I. Joe base on display?
Yeah, I had to. It's just sitting in there now. I had to clear off some of the Lego room shelf because there's a long, probably like 8 foot long thing in there that they can go on, and then I'll move all the G.I. Joe in there, and I'm gonna have to rearrange and do something else with the Lego stuff. You get a piece that big, and the entire toy room has to change. You got to rearrange everything.
Next month.
Yeah.
You still got time to send me stuff next month.
Tell them the
It
day.
is, mate.
Tell them the
It's all
day
right,
for your
sleeping.
birthday. So you know.
It is best community.
So I count that as a birthday gift to myself. That's what that could be.
Nice.
Yeah. What date is your birthday, Mark? Come on, tell everyone on YouTube so you can,
24th February.
There you go.
24th.
So everyone on
Hey,
YouTube.
I tell everybody on YouTube. I'm telling everybody on Twitch and on Facebook as well as
Yeah.
Or
Feel
on
like I'm
all-
on the Eurovision Song Contest. All these bloody, you know what I mean?
Nil point.
Yeah. Yeah, it's next month.
It's next month. Next month.
Mine is Saturday. My birthday's on Saturday.
Yeah, chuck some more on. I've got nobody to chuck anymore on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boing.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you to Luke Reynolds for the video he sent me on Sunday, because it was upset on something I said on Friday night about me not having any friends, and he said, "You do have friends," so yeah.
I know, you talk like that for you, Plank. Of course you have friends.
I know. But I've got. What I mean is, I've got nobody. Yeah,
I've only got one friend that lives anywhere near me. That's like 3 hours away. So we see each other like twice a year, maybe.
Yeah.
Like in person. You know what I mean? Like people that you can see in person. I haven't met anybody since moving to Florida, except for one person.
Oh.
You need to say to him, tough. It's mine.
But Mark, correct me if I'm wrong, but those posters that are like behind Tez and behind Matt, Red 5 Designs is going to eventually have them for sale, right?
There's three. Johnny and Greg got three, haven't they? 3 different types.
There's 3 different ones.
Yeah.
But Red 5 Designs.
Go to their website.
Have them for sale eventually.
I'll badger them in the chat. Badger them. Just said, well, I want one.
I saw his picture this morning. Did you see his photograph of Hoth Luke and Obi-Wan done as the ghost? Oh, how good was that photo this morning?
Yeah, that was awesome, yeah.
Took my breath away, that one. That was beautiful.
Very good.
Something else came from Amazon today, and I think you'll like this, John. A new turntable.
Nice.
It's not for my reviews, it's for something else.
For cake. They're
cake, mate.
Brilliant. It obviously rotates, but it's got a light in the middle, and you can shine the light through. It's pretty cool.
But those posters, are those the ones that are going to come with the book if you pledge to?
Oh, that's a good question, Dave. Yeah.
I don't know.
Ask them in the chat.
Yeah, Red 5 Designs is in the chat. So
if you're a good boy, maybe. I know they're intending on doing other posters as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, they will sell like hotcakes when they go.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
That fat one will. Crikey, skilled on that.
Yeah. So all you've got to wait for Book of Boba Fett, and they're just going to go fly out, aren't they?
I've seen all the custom Black Series guys making the throne.
Yeah.
3D printing the throne and putting that black. It looks brilliant. People are
They ones are sold out, but we may reissues an A2.
A2 size.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, might as well with the light. But I'm hoping that it works with what I'm intending to use it for. But you'll see.
That's true, Gary. I think it's all been said, hasn't it? Good old usual Mike.
Usual Mike said it all.
Usual Mike, yeah.
I've just had a message from Luke Travis in the chat.
Yeah.
And he said, because I do graphics, everybody. Matt's graphics. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know it said.
He's just sent me this. I've just come through. Hold on.
Oh, wow.
Roland's review.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Say that again quickly.
Yeah, say your phone number.
Yeah.
Oh, Tez.
Oh, Tez.
Oh,
you big mom, you failed. You big mom, you failed.
The new shabby right there.
Yeah,
I saw what you were doing. They don't want that.
At least Matt don't even go off anymore.
I know Matt's gone too high tech.
They don't want anyone seeing that Transformers thing.
Those posters, do not come with the book. So you obviously got to buy them separately.
Matt's so high definition now. It feels like I can feel his wallpaper.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
flocked wallpaper.
That to me.
You can taste those strawberries from here.
Yeah.
Effect coming soon. Paliboys posters very soon.
Good idea.
Good, yeah.
Oh, there'll be a Paliboys calendar next.
Hey, not a naked one, Dave.
Like in Titanic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drum me like one of your, drum me
Paint
like
me,
one of your
Tez.
French girls.
Paint me, Tez.
Like one of your French girls.
Let me
It's
find-
read5designs.uk.co.
Read 5, did you just say?
I did.
Read 5.
Yeah.
Red5designs@uk.co. Or is it .co.uk?
Co.uk.
Let's see.
.com. Oh.
Let's have a look at that.
Oh, nice beverage.
Yes.
Oh, look at the cardboard on that Death Star walkway.
Gleaming.
There we go.
I'll put that in there.
Copy paste.
Copy and paste. Don't like it, is the. What will we do with that? Copy and paste.
You could buy a book while you're there as well. They're still for sale.
Still
Are they?
two
Great
left.
stuff.
Yeah,
Get on it.
definitely.
Yeah, that's right. They have like a pre-order thing for the book after the Kickstarter too.
Yeah,
Oh,
standard,
brilliant.
standard book. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Good.
Oh.
What was he waiting for? I think he was not sure if Luke.
Uncle Owen wouldn't let him.
No, you
I
kept
don't
him
think.
alive.
I don't think they were sure if Luke was going to be the one.
Uncle Owen wouldn't
Right.
let him.
Right.
No, I bet you see Obi-Wan and Owen and Beru cross paths in the Kenobi series, and they're like,
Yeah.
Well, they did that in the comics, didn't they? Remember, Uncle Owen wasn't happy with Obi-Wan at all. Keep hanging around, and he kept saying,
Right.
"Leave us to it." You know what I mean?
Off my lawn.
Probably
not-
got a,
It'd be cool. They got the same actor from Avengers Sith, wasn't it? That guy, the guy
Yeah.
who played.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah. I
yeah.
forgot his name now. He's quite a big actor now, isn't he?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
quite a lot of stuff.
I know exactly. What you mean. He's Australian,
The
Yeah.
Australian guy,
Yeah.
yeah.
and the girl that played Aunt Beru, I met her at Star Wars Fun Day. I've told you this before, and she was lovely. She was such a nice
Yeah.
girl. She really was.
Yeah, really pretty.
She
isn't
really was.
Yeah.
She was really sweet. Yeah, dead nice.
Do you think Uncle Owen got a restraining order on Obi-Wan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
as long as Luke was a minor, he wasn't allowed contact, you know?
Yeah.
Get
Had
off
to
my
wait
phone.
He thought he had damn fooled ideas, right?
Yeah, that's what it is. Crazy
Yeah,
old
I'm
man.
with you there, Biker Scout. Not so sure about these re-releases.
Oh, I don't. But the kind of colours. I mean, the Bounty Hunter pack with Zuckus and Forlom. The kind of colours were awesome on them,
The
weren't they? Matt? They
Greedo.
were.
The Greedo
Greedo.
sounds really interesting. Greedo
Yeah.
one, definitely.
Yeah.
Hi, Mike. I
You
think
say his name 3 times and it appears.
Yeah, definitely
He's
the
gonna
Greedo.
Squeeze on.
Hopefully we'll get to
And,
see this all Friday. Well, hopefully we'll see it Friday.
it's gonna have to be a big whomper.
Wow.
More like a
Oh,
rancor.
yeah.
Come on.
I might need a rancor.
Is it a monster?
Yeah. Or just get me Bamforite.
Yeah.
Get your gun out.
It's got a big horn.
Have to get me gaffy stick out, get the bits out.
Oh. Oh. Awesome.
Yeah.
You
You guys.
guys.
You guys, so funny.
Well, there's got to be a conversation somewhere between Owen and Ben because Owen says he didn't want Luke following old Obi-Wan on some damn fool idealistic crusade like his father did.
Yeah.
So it's like you'd think that must have come up, and Owen must have said those words to him at some point.
Yeah,
Joel
Joel
Edgerton. That's
Edgerton.
it, Gareth.
That's it. Thank you, mate. Yeah.
Because Obi-Wan basically
Yeah,
dropped
probably.
the baby.
This is
baby.
probably
That was
something
it,
in
wasn't
the
it?
series.
Yeah, and then
Well, what is it? It's 10 years after, and it's 10 years after Revenge of the Sith. So what? Luke's about 10, 11. So he's been around a bit. Obi-Wan. So Uncle Owen will be a bit. Yeah, it's going to be good.
Yeah.
See, another one
Luke.
Yeah, the
Why?
cars are nice.
re-releasing. And Jar Jar's just come out.
I know,
I like
Jar
these
Jar's not even
cards.
out in the UK yet. I'm sort of like, do I change your mind now, not get the new one and just wait?
Just wait
So
for it.
it's a bit,
I already got
Yeah.
Jar Jar.
Yeah.
I got
Yeah,
Jar Jar
John's got
right
him.
here.
Yeah, the originals are cheaper.
I already got him.
Oh, I took him down.
Who needs a fog?
It's really
Okay.
cool. It's brilliant.
No.
I suggest getting one.
Yeah, I've got that figure. It's an awesome figure.
Yeah, Stan Solo. Yeah, I got in touch with him
Yeah.
last night about it.
Looks, I'm. Oh yeah, I think we'll all go for that one.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. It's gonna be on pre-order in about February, apparently.
Yeah, I saw All Things 80s video on it, and yeah, it sounds intriguing.
Yeah, I talked to him last night. Chris Smith, and it's going to be like middle of the year.
Right.
Yeah, I keep looking at the blue snag on there and the Animan on card backs.
Oh, is that?
Well, this layer's going to be a whole new sculpt, though, isn't it? It's got to be.
Oh yeah, well yeah, we've never had it, have we? So.
Yeah.
No.
But has he ever done that before? Solo creations, because I know they do the R2s and they do the CPOs. Is this a whole new thing for them?
It's a new sculpt because he says he's got to be sculpting it, and
Yeah,
it's going to take him
Awesome.
months to do. It's going to take him months to do.
yeah, you got to think about them and the money it takes to make the plates and everything. They're not cheap.
Well, it's just the card back, though. That card back. I mean, if it's the one that they showed All Things 80 with layers back down in front of Jabba, we'll all go mad for that card back.
Yeah.
That card back's beautiful.
Soft goods as well, didn't it? Had a cape. Had a
Yeah.
dress. Yeah,
that's right, pal.
Well, if you send out to make that metal mold, you know how Kenner used to have molds that were made of metal,
Yeah,
and they would pour the plastic in the metal and they
Cheap.
cap together.
Yeah.
Those metal molds cost between $4,000 and $5,000 for a 3.75-inch figure.
that's why he charges so much for his figures because he needs to
Yeah.
make it back.
Yeah.
So
Makes sense, yeah.
it's a lot of work. So yeah.
Maybe.
Buy Red Drive Designs.
thanks again, guys.
Nice, Seb. Nice. No,
No,
I don't think so.
I can't see it.
I think you're right.
Can't see it.
No.
See it.
Never say never, but I just can't see it. Not with
see
everything that's going on nowadays. No chance.
It won't happen. No. It's a shame.
Yeah, we got to wait 10 years for everybody to calm down. Once everybody calms down.
I don't know.
Just calm down.
Yeah, we're like 40 years ago. Come on, bloody hell.
Here's Luke.
That was nice. It looked awesome, Tez, what you did.
It was a good look, yeah. I wouldn't do my own graphics. There.
No. Did you see my new graphics? Have a look at my new video.
I hope not. People should just leave him alone, man. He's doing a good job. Do you know what I mean?
He'll never give up.
No.
He'll never give up. He's making money, isn't he? You know what I mean? You're not going to make up. You're not going to give up.
He's doing right. He's very popular, especially in America. Does quite well.
Yeah.
So.
I don't see the whole blooming. It's not even repro. It's just something new. Something that.
Well, it's like the furniture I make. It's like someone turning around saying, "Oh, you shouldn't be doing that, Shabby." Oh, well, I won't bother doing it then. Well, F off. Do you know what I mean? I'll do what I like. It's like, people just baffle me. I've always had something to say negative to people. Why? His figures are amazing. His card back's amazing. He's taken things from a trilogy we all love and done something special with him. How can you not like that?
He's making things that he's making things that hasbro should be making.
This is my whole point, Matt. But I'm going to sit there and be negative about it. Get to France, you morons. Do you know what I mean?
Have you got any of those, Dave? Any Stan Solo stuff?
I got a few bits.
I got this one.
Because Dave is like, Dave's like Mark. He's like proper, full on vintage, like hardcore.
Yeah, I've got this one.
I got the
Beautiful.
They haven't made before.
Yeah, I've got that.
I would never buy something that has already come out because I'd rather have the original.
Oh yeah.
It's not come out like the Han Solo.
I
don't think there's a problem with.
Dave, which one is that one?
No problem at all.
The
Stan Solo, brilliant.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah. So I've got one. That's not obviously in the vintage line, so I don't mind.
Yeah.
Just line
Yeah,
it
that's, I
But
like
it's like I said in my video. You know, there's going to be new collectors out there that cannot afford the original stuff like that. How much is that on card? The original one? What are you looking at?
There isn't
800
one.
quid.
No, there isn't one. They never did have.
There's a lot.
Right, well, this is my point then. So it gives new collectors into that love the vintage an opportunity to buy stuff.
So I got a question. Is that its own unique mold, or is that a head popped on a Luke body?
Boy, he's had to make the mold.
Unique mold, I think.
Yeah, I think
he's
so.
making a mold. Yeah,
He's probably used the mold from Luke, or
and then
he's
put a new head on it.
Yeah.
So you'll have to make a mold of the whole figure.
repurposed it really.
Yeah, because to make the whole figure,
Fantastic.
loads of times. So.
Yeah, it's the same. It's
So
the same body.
talented.
It's the same body and helmet, I think, and then the
But
head's different.
you know, if you've got
He made a whole new mold. He made a new mold. I think body, head, arms, legs. He talked about it on one of the videos.
Has to put his CEO on it, doesn't he? He's got his own
Oh, yeah.
CEO on it. So he has to
So brilliant. Look at the one that Timmy Boss Bounty's just got, that Bosk in the blue the blue outfit. Did you get that from that guy in Mexico that makes them? That was amazing.
Yeah.
I love all that
people
stuff.
Doing their best work, isn't he?
But if you've got
guy did
a Death Star
for Mike, isn't it?
Yeah. Mike got it. Yeah, Mike got one too, Matt. Yeah.
Jonathan, it's Disney that owns the license. It's Hasbro that owns the license for those.
Yeah.
But they don't care.
He's not making.
They make their own, don't they? They make their own with the retros, so they don't care.
No, leave him to it. He's doing a good job.
The thing is he hasn't. If he gets to the point where he's making millions of dollars, then they'll come after him. But until then, they won't. They'll leave you alone.
Yeah.
You got to be making
when he lists his products up on, I think it's on Etsy. Is it Etsy? He's on.
Yeah, he has to cross the logo.
All the logos are crossed out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll
Copyright.
Yeah. But I'm saying, if you've got a vintage Death Star or the American Death
Kenobi,
Star, or you want to display your Luke Skywalker in a trash compactor, it's like you need a hand, because you're going to put hand, in his normal hand, and you got Luke. It doesn't really, if you're a purist displayer, it's.
How much was that, David? How much is a Stan Solo figure like that?
It's not cheap.
On the card?
I think that was around 50, 55, I think.
Yeah.
That's not bad for a custom.
The lowest ones are only £25.
Wow.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
The coin and everything, and it's pretty heavy, actually. So
It's a crack.
What's the back look like?
He does a brilliant Animan. The Animan he's just done is brilliant. So
the paintwork on the Animan's awesome.
He's done a Sith. He's done a Sith one as well, a Sith Animan. So it's
the black and red one.
Yeah.
John
Now, on the back of it, is that all the old figures, or is that figures that he's made on the back of that card? Because I can't see from here. So is that Stan Solo figures, or is that kind of Star Wars figures?
I think there are some though, aren't there?
It says at the bottom, doesn't it, Stan Solo in the proof of
on the packaging on the bottom. Yeah.
Somewhere, I think it says.
Right. But it's hard to tell the difference. They're so good. The card stock is nice.
Yeah. Very nice.
I got that C3PO that it's electroplated. It looks amazing. The gold.
You have
the different coloured leg. Coloured leg.
Yeah, with the
Oh my God,
it's Matt that's got it. Yeah, that's right.
Oh my God, the droids R2D2 actually.
Yeah, he's done a new R2, hasn't he, with a really dark chromed head. Yeah.
And I saw that green one on Retro Blasted. Retro Blasted has got the green one he made. That was pretty cool.
Yeah,
too.
I've got a translucent head one droid and a.
Is that the orange and translucent one, Matt?
No, it's a green and translucent, and I've got a red one as well. I'll have to go and get them. Should bring them down.
Fair play to him. Good on him.
Yeah, I'll go and get them.
Stan Solo's first attempt, wasn't it?
He's on Etsy. Sells on Etsy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I'm looking at the back of the card, and I don't actually see Stan Solo anywhere on the back of the card.
Oh, isn't it down in the bottom corner?
The real bottom corner, right?
Yeah.
Where it
Maybe
says,
my eyesight's going.
Like that. You all need glasses.
I don't see Stan Solo anywhere.
I remember that, Jonathan, that poor young lad. Yeah, I remember that was bloody awful. That was awful what they did.
Paul Young, like the singer.
What?
Really? Why would they do that? Why would they?
Yeah, they did. They did. And his mum and dad did the right thing as well. We got in touch with Disney and said, He was only 4. He loved Spider-Man. He said no. He's not allowed to put it on the headstone.
Of course.
Oh, it broke my heart. It broke my heart, that did. You know, I just don't understand it.
How did they even find out?
Because they wrote to him. They did the right thing. You know, obviously they must have assumed that there's no way they'd say no. They did. He said no.
Look at that. It's well shiny.
Yeah.
Because a headstone for your would absolutely 100% fall under artistic license. And you can just like when you go to a convention, you see 1,000 artists telling their own version of Spider-Man.
Exactly, John. Look at them.
They're awesome.
This is about. I love this.
That half-price pretty cool. Yeah.
He's so talented, isn't he?
He is very talented. This is what I mean. What's there to be negative about? Nothing.
Someone's making those for like a passion project. You know, it's just.
He's done loads of those droids now.
Awesome.
I got a question for you guys. Do you prefer the big head or the small head Han Solo?
I like
small head because that was my first one. So that's probably why. I like the small head one.
I think I prefer the small head.
It's the big head one.
I referred it to Dennis Quaid.
Cliff Richard.
Dennis Quaid. Yeah, Cliff.
He's off.
See, to me, the large head always looked like someone squished the back of his hair forward, like it's just like they flattened him out. And the small head just looks more like Harrison to me. I
Han Solo dangly legs look though.
Oh,
what have we got? What have we got?
There we go.
And that bowl cut, he's got like a bowl cut on the big head one.
Yeah, it looks like George Harrison.
Yeah, it's like a Beatles.
Neither one of them.
Which one did you have, Andy? Which one did you have, Andy?
I had a big head one when I was a kid, but I don't really have a preference. I'm just curious.
No, I like the small one because I don't know, it looks more vintage, I think, the small head one. Does that make sense? I know they're both vintage, but this one looks a lot older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we all have them both. It's not like we're all not going to collect them. We have them both.
Exactly.
When you think about it, is the only early Star Wars figure that was actually like it with a pose. You know, it's got shooting from the hip, isn't he? So
shooting from the hip.
Greedo was his first thing. That was you're supposed to put him in that cantina and shoot Greedo.
Yeah, over my dead body.
His outfit's really 70s in it. Look at it on that figure. Dead skin.
Wow, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, wow.
Wow, wow.
Hey, what do you think? A princess and a guy like me?
No.
No. You said it, Andy. Not one bit. Not one iota.
I'm actually researching for a video at the moment about licensing and getting the figures and the figures that we'll never see.
Whoa. You research for videos? When did that?
Yeah, me and Mark talk. Research stuff.
Fancy.
Oh, man.
Research.
Yeah, we do it sometimes.
It's like homework.
Don't all come together like your videos, mate.
Oh, yeah, come together.
Yeah, never had a small head hand, neither.
No.
Never saw it.
My mate did, and it was like, what? I was like, went around to his house, and it's like, I didn't know they were different. You didn't at that age, did you?
Well, how long after did the big head hand come after the small head hand? Within a year?
Yeah, it was the same year.
Very quickly.
Yeah,
very quickly, right?
Yeah, because it was like a factory error sort of kind of thing. It's like with the turtleneck, best spin. Yeah. Yeah, because I thought the neck looked too thick.
Well, the first
few things to tell him.
So before we go talking about another toy, or another HasLab, I want them to fix distribution first.
What?
That would be my first message.
This what?
Yeah, there's a thing.
Time.
I can feel it. I can feel that vein in my neck coming up every time you mention words.
I shouldn't have mentioned distribution. Is that what you're saying?
Come on,
right.
I need to do anyway.
Are they making figures?
We have this conversation every week, right? And there's going to be some guy coming on Friday with his hair all parted, giving it all away, and he's not going to answer anything. Do you know what I mean? He's going to sit there and go, well, we're working on it. Oh, well, we're thinking about it. We've heard what the fans say. You hear nothing. You're a plum. Do you know what I mean? Get your act together.
You're a plum.
What a plum. Just get your act together. Stop harping around, telling us about figures we never find, we can't find in shops, we'll never get. We have to pay over the odds to bloody get them. And sort yourself out. How hard is it? Do you know what I mean? People can tell, well, it's not their fault, it's Walmart's fault. Well, hang on, if Walmart want an empty aisle in their shops, like they have done now for years, it just baffles me. Absolutely baffles me.
I wonder if it's because
about
there's no toy stores anymore. There's just everything stores like Target and Walmart and Walgreens. They sell everything. They don't just sell toys. And since they don't just sell toys, they, the priorities are different. And so they see empty shelves and they think, great, what we have is sold, as opposed to things hanging on the hooks.
No. Actually, no, because they want those aisles full. When I go in there working for Lego, they complain that there are holes in the Lego section. They're like, how do I get these? You know what I mean? Because we don't like having empty holes in our Lego section. So if they're telling, and Lego's most of the time full. So if they're telling me that one or two spaces that are empty, then they really got to be complaining to those Hasbro guys.
But this is the thing, Friday, we're going to talk about these episode 1 new things. Oh, episode 1, Qui-Gon, Mace Windu, and he's going to give it always. Yet we're never going to see him in the shop. And we've fallen for this how many times? Do you know what I mean? That Mandalorian that Andy sent me, I've never seen that once. Yet the promotions for it, the YouTube's on it, the videos on it, it's all. Yet where are they? Do you know, and this is what really, really annoys me, that they'll do these Fan First Fridays. There's nothing out there for you. Or you go on pre-orders and they're all gone. Or you pre-order it and they cancel. Or you have to go to a third party and spend $60 on a $20 figure. It's baffling. Do you know what I mean? Yet they do it constantly. Then you get her with the red hair with all those figures. She has no idea what they're called behind her. Fantastic. This is going to be what are you talking about? Do you know what I mean? It's just baffling me.
But do you think they're actually making enough figures in the first place? I mean, one thing is just...
I don't know, Dave. That's the thing. No one knows, do they, pal?
Yeah. They're just sat in a warehouse under in boxes, just piled up, waiting to be distributed, and nobody's ordering them.
Just tell us what you're doing. It's not hard. Just turn around to the people that work all week to spend money on your toys, do you know what I mean? And get frustrated and make videos and make a community and join events. Just all you've got to do is come out and say, what's going on? That's it. That's all you've got to say. Right, this is what it is. Then we'll all shut up. Then you'll never hear a shabby rant again. Do you know what I mean? It's as simple as that. Just tell us what's going on. Whose fault is it? Well, no, I'll find something else to rant about, but what I'm saying is...
I think it goes back to what Mark suggested a little while ago, is each and every one of us on this channel, everybody in the chat, everyone in the chat, all of us that are here on screen, we all have to go into our Walmart and Target or Asda or wherever you go, Smith's, whatever, and we got to film the section and say, look, there's nothing here. And all of us put the same video on Twitter, like a 10 or 20 second thing on Twitter at the exact same time one day. Like one day we just flood it. So Hasbro sees hundreds of messages over and over and over from all these different people showing empty shelves. Yeah. And then maybe they'll get it in their head. And then maybe they'll get it in their head. Because I got to tell you, you go into Walmart and Target, go into the pots and pans section, go into the section where they sell sewing equipment, go into the section where they sell box tape, where they sell screwdrivers, where they sell oil for your car. None of those aisles are empty. The greeting card section, the Coca-Cola, everything, they're all full. The only empty aisle is the Hasbro aisle. It is only the
John, I did it on my video. I walked down the aisle where Star Wars is meant to be, G.I. Joe's meant to be, and there's nothing. But around the very next aisle, it's packed. Everything's there. From Hot Wheels to Lego to board games to little kids' toys to Mission Fleet. It's all packed. So you can't tell me it's because of COVID. Oh, no one can get the stuff into the stores. It's all there, you donkeys. What are you talking about? Do you know what I mean?
Only Hasbro products too. Yeah, it's only Hasbro.
Oh.
It's the only thing that's empty in the whole store.
Okay,
And these
so
big shops have got to only let
here's a lesson.
one item
Here's a
per
lesson.
customer
Here's
as
a
well,
lesson.
aren't they?
Exactly, Matt. Sit on Unusual Minds this morning. 1 per box. 1 per box? What are you talking? Where's the box? Let alone one. Do you know what I mean?
That means 1 per Walmart, doesn't it? That's
One
good.
per box.
Just collect Transformers under them.
okay,
Yeah.
so on Mark's birthday, February 24th,
Yeah.
we're all gonna tag Hasbro, Target, Walmart with empty aisle pictures on Twitter.
Yeah,
We're gonna do it.
I'm on for that.
We'll start a campaign.
February 24th.
Let's start a campaign and start spreading the word from now till the 24th. And on the 24th, we'll bombard them with it. Yeah.
It's just so upsetting, you know.
Grant
It really
yourself,
is.
Hasbro.
Yeah.
But I do
And the thing is, these are the sort of people they should be listening to. We buy this stuff. We spend our money on this stuff. We come on YouTube and talk about this stuff. So we're the people that they should be going, you know what? They're actually right, those lads. Let's sort ourselves.
Don't they, really?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Empty shelves.
Well, I'll tell you, Boss Bounty, Tim there proved that a small campaign will work. Because when he did his Bring Back the Vintage collection, they actually listened and mentioned Tim and Boss Bounty on their thing, you know, so that he had a big part in bringing back the Vintage collection. So,
but there's a lesson to be learned here. There's a lesson to be learned.
Yeah,
So-
if you get enough people saying it, they will eventually listen.
But the lesson here is that if you buy vintage, you look like me at the top, my green Cromwell.
Yeah, nice and
You buy
cool.
modern,
Yeah.
You look like this!
I am so glad I'm not in that world of buying
I'll
modern.
tell you what, though, he's so right. He's so right. Well, that's the most saddest thing in the world. When these two gentlemen above me can go, and that one in the corner can go out and buy vintage toys, immaculate. Yeah, I can't, something that's been out for 5 minutes. Do you know what I mean? It's absolutely baffling.
Patience.
There's no patience. Do you know what I mean? Why don't you?
France off.
Nice one, Chris.
Oh dear. Oh, it's froze.
Anyway.
I think Hasbro should just stop selling to Walmart and go to Big Bag Toy and Entertainment Earth.
Something's
go to
got to
the smaller
happen.
ones and just stay with them because they'll ship them in good nick as well, won't they? Walmart just don't. So just don't ignore Walmart and Target. Just go to the other branch and get everyone can pre-order it. Everyone can pre-order it from the smaller companies like we do in the UK. We get really good here.
I tell you what, it'd be perfect. Or like we've discussed before.
And we don't get our orders cancelled. We don't get them ordered. We just have to wait.
Or a collector's aisle or something like that. But it's like I said, I found a bit hypocritical here because I went to that Walmart and there must be, this is not an exaggeration, about 50 of those new vintage collections all thrown up on the top, and I'm like, this don't make any sense.
And they'll be there for ages. They'll be there for ages.
It's just baffling.
That's what I want to see. I would have been ecstatic if I ran into that store. I'd be like, this is a dream come true. What's going on? Did they finally fix distribution? Because I want to see that at my stores, and I don't. I see one of each figure. We get one case, and there's only one of each figure in the case, and then it's gone. So one collector gets one of each figure, and no one else does.
Yeah, exactly, John. One per case. I mean, I was like that.
I think what happened is that Walmart you went to, they accidentally got all the stores for Carolinas went to that one store.
Yeah.
Banter School got in touch with me and said, Mark, can we use your pictures? I said, yeah, of course, because they couldn't believe it. Do you know what I mean? This big pre-order thing, and there they all were. It's, you know, I'll walk in looking for one Black Series, and it has to be it's like the Han Solo one. I got the Luke and I got the Liam Endor. I can't wait to get the Han. Can't find it anywhere at all. So I'm like, well, you know, it's. I don't know.
Just stop collecting, innit?
I don't know what he's moaning about. You don't even
Another
open
MD
them.
toy company to go step up and go big.
You don't even open them.
HMV is supposed to be Black Series, eh?
You get really angry, and then you get it, and then you don't even open it.
I don't even like Star Wars.
Oh,
It's baffling. It's baffling.
Get your Ewok village finished.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you see,
yeah.
but that's the thing. You know, I pulled down the Millennium Falcon, and I love it, and you know, and then the Ewok Village, and to me, being a modern collector, it's like the happier time. You know, when you could go out, you could get stuff, and all the memories. And what are we going to do in 20 years? Oh, do you remember that time we all went to Target? There was sweet FA in there. Do you know what I mean? It's not going to be the same thing, is it? You know.
Hey, Papa.
Hey, Papa.
Hey, Papa God.
Oh.
Yeah,
So I was-
cool one, Darth Rock.
Speaking of that Ewok village, I was looking around. Mark and I were talking earlier in the day, and I started looking around for like the next vintage that I might end up getting. And I was thinking like, okay, what about the shuttle? What about the Ewok village? What about, you know, and I was going through a couple of things I don't have. And they're all so massive that even like the Ewok village is going to cost $50 to ship. So I'm like, no matter how cheap I find one, I got to add on. So it's like, I think those are the kind of things that you got to find locally now.
It is a great place. I love that Ewok village. It's a great
once
place.
you get to that point, once you get to that point where you only need those big things, it doesn't make sense to get it shipped to your house. You got to find them locally.
Yeah.
I'm just thankful
That's the worst thing.
I'm just thankful that there's enough
So
vintage stuff out there that
yeah.
I can keep going after that and not have to worry about Target and Walmart. And
But you hit the nail on the head. That's the thing. There was so mass produced when we were kids. You can find this stuff. I mean, look at Dave's ROM. It looks like it was made this morning. It's immaculate. And so for people to take the time out to look after something and then pass it on to another generation later on that buys it, the new toys nowhere to be seen. Yeah, and that's the most upsetting part. You know, it's how hard is it going to be for toy collectors? Because in 20 years from now, there'll be vintage collectors looking for Black Series, and yet you've got to be like, well, where is it? You know, there's barely any of them made. It's ridiculous.
our kids are going to be okay, Shabby.
Yeah, I suppose so.
They don't do physical toys.
I know I rant and I know I'll go on, but I just enjoy it so much. It's a great hobby, great passion, but it's so frustrating. And I think it's because I'm so used to when we were kids going out and there it all is. Packed rows and rows up to it. You want that back, and it's not the same world, is it? It's not the same world.
Nope.
So.
No. There's no like department stores or like toy stores.
No, there's no. I mean, there's nothing really.
No.
You got a GameStop, and that's kind of a toy store, but
we don't have
if they had stuff in there last time I went in, they had fucking nothing.
We don't have a GameStop.
It's really a Funko Pop shop, isn't it? Game shop.
That'd be cool. You see, I'm surprised that wasn't like a HasLab or like an Ewok village or something. That'd be cool. Or a Death Star. That's to me more than the Razor Crest is beautiful, but people were going to buy that regardless whether it was HasLab or not. If it was retail, you'd buy it. But the Ewok village or kind of Death Star, that'd be awesome.
Hey, Shabby.
Jen
and the kids are coming now. They're outside.
No, they're all out. Jen's out. That's why.
Oh, he's doing a rant.
Jen's out.
She's always out when you're doing these live streams.
Because she knows I'm going to go on like a plank. That's why she's like, not listening to him for 2 hours.
It's 3 o'clock. Get out the house.
Yeah.
don't be a plank.
Yeah. Don't be a plank, mate.
That's a good T-shirt. It's a good T-shirt. Shabby says, "Don't be a plank."
Yeah.
Get to France.
Back.
Get to France. Don't be a plum. What the France? I know I'm full of them, aren't I? Full of them.
Get to France.
T-shirts.
Andy, you didn't have a nose gun for that, did you? For the INT?
I didn't. No.
Yeah.
I've got one, but it's on it.
Well, rip it off and send it to me. Come on.
I think I've got a spare one. I've got 2 of them, so I might have a spare one of those guns. I'll have a look after this in that big blue box.
Mine's a Miata.
See, I think Tez is holding out on all of us. He should rip that thing off and send it to me. He needs to send Mark the canopy. He's got like all these parts. We all need. What's he doing?
Trade it for a TV, John. He needs one of them.
Hey.
I need it now. I need it now for this little project I'm doing.
So, Tez, if you were to drop that in some hydrogen peroxide, would it clear up a little bit?
Uric acid, it just might.
It would dissolve. It would disappear.
Yeah,
it's gold. He loves gold.
Try it.
Oh,
Let's try it.
Good, yeah.
Like I have a stack of weapons that someone painted with like model paint, and I'm scared to even just strip the paint off.
Yeah, they would. Yeah, they would.
Brake fluid.
I think the
Brake
plastic
fluid.
disappear.
Brake fluid.
Brake fluid.
Oh.
You gone.
No. Disney needs to open up Star Wars stores. Well, they've got their own stores, haven't they? But they've got no bloody Star Wars in it.
It's all bloody. It's all the Disney stuff, isn't it? It's all bloody ice.
Star Wars stuff.
They do once in a while at least the Disney store here in Florida. They once in a while have Black Series and Vintage Collection, but it's always like a year or two old. It's like the leftover stuff that they've.
We get in our Disney store. We get the Black Series figures that you never see on the shelves. Then they'll suddenly appear on sale.
Yeah, it'll be on sale too. Yeah, you're right.
The only thing in the Disney store in Southampton was the board game. Was that for 50 quid board game? That was all that was in mine. 50 quid for a board game.
If I could get to the Disney World Park, in the Disney World Park, there is a giant Star Wars store on the main street of Hollywood Studios. And that place usually, when you walk in there, there'll be an entire wall of vintage collection figures. It's like amazing. It's like walking into an old Toys R Us or something and seeing like 5 aisles of Star Wars figures. And it always blows my mind. But by the time I see them, I've already got them. So I don't need the ones that are in there.
That's where all the stock's going, John. It's all going there.
Yeah.
It's all going there.
Right now, I bet you because we've been at quarantine, right now, if I walked in, there'd be walls of stuff that I need, that all of us need, just sitting there because no one's there to buy it. No one can get in there.
There's another thing too. How many more? The lads around me have bought more stuff this year because of the pandemic. We've all spent a fortune sat at home, and do you know what I mean? You think now's the time to get as much out as possible. Do you know? Our business is booming because of it. Exactly. So it's just, that's my whole point. It's like, do they not want to make money? It's baffling. Well, I tell you what it is. It's bloody HasLab. It's HasLab. When you can make $10 million off one product, why do they care about $20 figures? It's obvious. Do you know what I mean? That money sits in that bank for over a year, makes how much in millions in interest, yet we can't find $20 figures. It's obvious, isn't it? Do you not think?
Well, and I'd also throw out there on Simon's comment just a minute ago. It said the only way us photoing empty shops depends on if they're open by the 24th. At the risk of starting another rant,
I know he's only got 2 minutes left.
It's not like ordering online has been any better, you know.
Yeah, you might be right in America, but in the UK, all our shops are closed. So
whether the shops are open or not, the online
at the moment.
Yeah, the online purchasing hasn't been any better. So.
No.
Well, I did something this morning. That figure you sent me, I checked it on Amazon this morning. Do you know how much I can get that for on Amazon today? And how long's this figure been out? A month, 2 months?
80 quid? Something stupid like that?
The cheapest in Amazon today in America was $57 plus $15 shipping.
Not surprised.
Yeah.
So what does and then you wonder why I ran. Then you wonder why I go mad. This is a re-release. The reason they re-released this is because people couldn't get hold of the first one. So this is a retail price of $24.99 to give people the opportunity to find a figure that's too expensive. How much do you think that is on Amazon this morning?
$50.
You're looking at $70 already. Already. So this is my whole point. When I sit here and I go mad and veins are popping and so forth, this is why. This is why.
Can you send those back?
No.
That's
my point.
So my Black Series and my Black Series purchases now, if I happen to see one, I'll buy them just so that I can get them to you guys. Like that's how I buy them now.
Yeah.
Like I don't buy them for myself. I buy them just because Josh might want them or Shabby might want them or you know. I mean, I don't even buy them for myself anymore. That way, I'm not disappointed when I don't see them.
Well, you came out with that thing, and everyone's hashtagging it. I did it today. It's one of that toyalty or toyality you've come out with. Brilliant, brilliant. So every time a collector helps us out now, I'm going to use that hashtag to show that the collectors are helping each other out more than these big companies are. Do you know what I mean?
Loyalty.
John's got a good point there about about the stores just didn't want to sell Star Wars after Rogue One and
after Last Jedi, wasn't it?
After Last Jedi and Solo.
Yeah, but look at the Mandalorian. It's gone massive.
Smith never stopped selling Star Wars whatsoever, and they're a toy store.
I can't keep blaming. I'm sorry. I understand that he's exactly right.
They're coming back on board now, and they are selling again.
I can't keep blaming a 4-year-old movie. It's not, especially we've had 2 seasons with one of the biggest things that's ever come out of Star Wars. Yeah. So I'm not going to sit here and go, well, 4 years ago, it's ruined the toy company 4 years after. What a load of nonsense. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. The last 2 years, we've had the big... No, we can't. I agree with you.
Hasbro got a nice big bonus sitting in their bank account now, haven't they? Well,
that's what I said. That's why I think it's the HasLab that's done it. I honestly do, because listen, it's a great idea. All that money and interest is unbelievable, millions of dollars. So I sort of think I can think of, boys, unless they come out and tell us something different. It's the only thing I can think of why we're not getting the distribution as well as we should.
I think Friday's going to be a really interesting day. It's going to be quite funny. We might get some. Yeah,
nice Mark will probably bar me. I won't. Have to ban
mute that.
But Gabby, I don't think the prices have just affected modern figures. I think the pandemic's also hit vintage as well. I was looking on eBay yesterday, just
crazy.
Karate Kid figures, and I know there's Cobra Kai that's out.
Right.
But one, there was hardly any choice at all. If I look for anything vintage now on eBay, there's very little of it, and what's on there is just rubbish basically. But second, the prices are just crazy.
Rocketed.
Rocketed. Yeah. I don't know. The whole collecting world's gone a bit mad since.
You haven't seen
the Ewoks.
I agree.
The Ewoks have risen so much, like tripled in price.
So you haven't seen that, like Karate Kid's just gone straight up and they haven't bounced back, because I've been watching Star Wars vintage figures, so vintage Kenner figures. There were some like C-3PO, Zuckuss, some of the Ewoks, like Squid Head, Gamorrean Guard.
Yeah.
I was watching them all in March of 2020, and they were all under $100. C-3PO was going for $140, stuff like that. And then throughout the year of COVID, they all went up. Like all the Ewoks, everything went up to like $200. C-3PO went up to $300. I wasn't seeing any selling for less than that. They all went up. And now, now I got my C-3PO started going for $141. It was like $200, then $170, then I saw them go down from November through December until I finally bought my C-3PO for $115. You know what I mean?
Where did you get these? I've got loads of vintage collectors in this chat with me, and I don't buy vintage. How do you know what a price is? So, for example, Dave, when you're going out and buying Karate Kid, and do you have up here? What is it? The price that's out there, or the price that you're willing to pay? Do you know what I mean?
I think it's just
because I've got to put a price on how much vintage stuff is.
Yeah, but you probably know how much. You know what you pay for Hasbro. It's basically comes from experience, right? You've been tracking prices for 5 to 7 years of these things, and you just get a feel for how much something's going to be, and then you also, in the back of your mind, you've got an idea of how much you want to pay for something. It's like, I don't want to go beyond that. So if I look at Karate Kid, right, Karate Kid figures you could buy for £20-30.
They were, yeah.
Now, looking on eBay just the other day, they're over. Some of them are over 100, or they're just crazy prices.
Wow.
And you just think, I don't know if it's because of Cobra Kai, but when I look at other toy lines, vintage toy lines, and they're all the same. So I also have another theory, which is during the pandemic, I just think there's a load more people now that are into just collecting this stuff. So the demand has just gone, it's just rocketed, just for modern and vintage.
Yeah.
So I think there's just many more people going after the same thing now, and it's a harder competition.
Yeah, because I saw those games of yore, and I thought, I'd love to get into those. And then I saw the prices of them, and I thought, jeepers, that is unbelievable how expensive they are. It's fascinating to me. It really is.
I just wondered why the Star Wars figures fluctuated so much throughout the year. They went from, because the Ewoks were under $100 in March, they went all the way up to $200, $250, almost $300, and now they're back down to around $100. So it's like I saw this huge wave through the summer of the prices go crazy, and none of them were selling for less than that. And now they're back down to what I considered the normal range of what they were back in March or April. So it's like, for some reason, Star Wars went like this and then went back to normal. In a sense,
I think it's to do with our age as well, because I mean, we are like at the golden, as kids, we were at the golden age of the 80s. It was like the first sort of the 3 3/4 inch figure, and it's like we've had our kids, we've had our careers. Our kids have grown up more or less like Mark and stuff like that, and the pandemic as well. I think it's just that's just I don't think there's been. You didn't get our granddads having a fight over Hornby, did you? Really?
No, that's a good point. That is a good point.
But there, eBay,
because we grew up in that golden age, we feel more special, and it means more to us. Like
eBay's also in the last year, eBay's also charging more too, and making it a little more challenging to buy and sell. Like even now, like there's just more hoops to go through, and to get the price that you were hoping to get, you have to charge more if you're doing like a buy it now, just so that you've got shipping covered, you've got tax covered, you've got the eBay price or the fees covered, and so I think you're gonna find more that the Facebook groups and where you're not having to go through a second party seller.
I've decided that now. Next time I sell Star Wars, it's going on Facebook. So
that's what I'm doing now.
eBay stuff is just ridiculous.
Can you imagine there was a Grandpa Shabby at some point doing a rant about trains?
Thanks for that, Dave. But that's the thing, though, Dave. It's like you want to collect. It's like your Karate Kid, and it's awesome. Well, say for example, there's a figure out there that you know it's the one that you really want, but still in your head, you will just say, "No, I'm not going over this price," even though
absolutely.
That's what I did. Yeah.
Right. Fascinating. Fascinating.
That's why it took me all year to buy C-3PO, because I wasn't going to pay more than one. Originally in March, I said I wasn't going to pay more than 100, but after realizing that none of them were selling for less than 140, I rose that price up to 120. I was trying to go 120, and then it skyrocketed up to over 300 for a Jedi card.
You're talking about carded stuff, yeah?
Yeah, and then finally now in like December, I was able to get that one for 115. The prices finally came back down to where I could get it for under 120.
So do yours have to be carded though? I mean, would you go out and just buy a loose one? Say so there's a figure that you wanted, but obviously the card's out there. You've got out your price range, but a bit too much. So you get would you just go out and get the loose one and do it that way?
Sorry, was that for me then, Chubby?
Yeah.
Actually, most of my stuff's loose. I like loose figures. I prefer to just be able to touch them and play around with them and stuff. And then I'll complement them with some carded just for making the display look better. So most of the time I'll go for loose.
Yeah.
You don't feel like you want a whole carded collection, do you?
I do have some carded
collections. Was when I was collecting vintage carded figures, I had a limit of 100. I wouldn't spend more than 100 quid on a carded figure. That was years ago.
See, that's what I'm after. That sort of answer,
Well, see,
but now he's
free.
But
years ago,
for
up until now, until just this year, my limit was $60 for a carded figure.
Oh my!
I wouldn't spend more than $60.
Yeah.
And I never did. I never had. Everything in my collection has been $60 or less until this year.
Right. Well, what about you, Andy? Have you bought something and you've come home and you've gone, I've spent too much on that? Have you ever done that? Do you know what I mean?
Only if it's something I really wanted.
Right. Okay, so everyone's done that then, basically.
No, I've never spent too much on things.
What I'm a stickler for. If I want to sell something, I'll often put start at 99 cents and then just let it go for whatever it'll go. I'll get more out of it if I put it on eBay, but if I want to buy something, I'll go to Facebook or I'll go to Craigslist or something where I can actually talk to somebody, and I find that communication piece incredibly important. Like I could have bought, all of my most expensive items that I've purchased have been through contact with the seller, either verbally or face to face.
Right.
It's the more regular, common, normal things that I'll go through eBay if I really want it, you know. But those high dollar items, I don't want to pay the eBay prices for them, and B, that communication part is so important when you're talking high dollar things that
that's my point. Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah. That's exactly what I mean, because sometimes you boys are spending hundreds. You know what I mean? I'm like, wow, you know, I'd be scared to death, if you will. Do you also do that, though? Before you buy something, would you talk to other collectors and say, listen, this lad's got this? For example, Karate Kid, you can't find that many people, can you, that are buying Karate Kid figures. So who do you talk to, Dave? Who do you like get in touch with? Do you know what I mean? Mark's all right, because Mark did it, you know, as the auctions, but, you know.
More recently, I've been hunting out the Facebook groups. And so there's a really cool Remco Karate Kid collectors Facebook group. In fact, they got in touch with me because they saw one of my videos on Karate Kid and said, "Cool, hey, why don't you come and join our group?" And there's really, I mean, I thought I liked the Karate Kid collection, a nice collection, but those guys on there, they've just got awesome collections. They build customs, everything. So just when you think, you know, you're mad, collecting all this stuff, there's someone even more mad than you. But so now I just go to Facebook groups and that's the way to do it, I think, going forward, because they'll always have spares, they'll have doubles and stuff like that. So if you want to buy something, just say, "Has anyone there?" And they'll have most of the time they'll have something, and they'll do it. They'll do it at a good price because they know that it's going to another collector. It's not just going to some guy who wants to resell it.
That makes sense.
There's 2 or 3 guys that I'll call if there's something unique or special that I want to buy. There's 2 or 3 guys that I would call and say, "Hey, here's some pictures. What do you think? Is this pretty good?" I have my, even within our collector family, I have a couple guys that I really trust or that have an expertise that I'll be willing to throw a question out. And that's another benefit to being friends with everybody here. It's like, if I ever see a Karate Kid, I'm going to go right to Dave. I'm going to say, "Hey, Dave, what do you think?"
Well, it's like me yesterday. I've got that Shiwa castle, and I was talking to John about it, and it hasn't been painted over. And then we had a discussion about, is it faded? Is it Mark brought up oxidization? John said, is it? But that's the thing. I can't find anybody that has that castle. I was thinking of writing to Pixel Dan and showing him and saying, have a look at this and see what you think. And that's the thing. That's one of the nicest things about Facebook, is because unlike eBay, they have communities for that certain, to certain toys. So I'm thinking of having a look into it, because if someone turned around to me and said, "Oh, Shabby, I'll buy it for a tenner," or someone turned around and said, "Oh, it's worth it," I don't know how much it is.
I would never sell it. Just until you figure out what it is, I would never sell it.
No, all right.
You could have something. Because I got to tell you, I was doing research on the prototypes for the Castle Grayskull and stuff like that, and there were test shots done of all those castles, and I couldn't find pictures of a test shot Princess or She-Ra castle.
Yes,
but there were Castle Grayskulls that were faded and weird looking like that. Some of them were yellow and white and all these strange colors. But what I did find is that the She-Ra one was molded in pink plastic, and that pink plastic is pink all the way through. It's not gonna turn gray. It's not not on the inside and outside, and those platforms. The platforms were molded in pink also, and those platforms are evenly faded. If that's a fade, if it's a light fade, someone put it to the light facing all 4 sides and the inside, and completely, like they did it on purpose.
It's weird.
If it's a light fade or a sun fade, they did it on purpose because it's evenly distributed throughout the entire inside, outside, all 4 sides, the top and bottom of the inside, even where there would be a shadow. Like if you had a light shining on the inside of it, it would create a shadow on the top. So
the bottom as well, John, because you'd think the pink would be on the bottom because it's away, but it's not.
It's sitting on a table. Yeah. So it's like it was made that way. It was made that way. And there was no other version of that castle made for another toy line. So it's not like a different toy line of a different color. You've got a unique piece in some way. It's like something that the manufacturers made that unique. And I'm almost leaning to find out. I'm almost leaning towards it being a test shot. And if it's a test shot, you've got something that's worth way more than $7. You know.
Come on,
You buy all the Black Series you want, then, Chubby.
You just gotta find that She-Ra community, Mark.
Exactly.
And
Get on the She-Ra
Yeah.
Facebook group.
Yeah.
But the hard is getting in. I tried to join.
Yeah.
I tried to join Echo Base. They've still not let me in. I tried to join Java
They let me
Support.
back.
They have not let me in. They will
I know you,
not
John.
let
I
me
know
in.
who we are.
They will
I've
not
told
let
them
me
about
in
you.
Facebook groups. They will not let me in Facebook
Do you
groups.
think, John, it's because of all the negativity that surrounds people? You mean I'm not going to mention any names or say anything? I would never do that to anybody.
Am
but
I
there are
negative in any
there
of
are
my
some
videos?
videos that have a go at somebody else. And do you think now that these Facebook groups are getting a bit more hardened now, not just to let anybody in? Do you know what I mean?
I think they are. I think there's some really.
Echo Base is awesome like that.
But none of my videos are negative. If they go look me up and find all my videos, they're not going to see a single negative video.
No, that's my point. You know, it's just all it takes is a
Because
couple
I'm
of bad
not
apples, though,
negative,
isn't it?
they don't want me in. They don't want me in because I'm positive.
Yeah, it's daft, isn't it, in a way, you know. Well, that's the thing, you see. I don't want to join these, like, listen, I'm not, I love He-Man and I love the Origins line, but I'm not a diehard fan, so I don't want to just go in there just to say, oh, maybe I should. I don't know what to do. I'd love to find out more about it because it's really intriguing, especially
Try
when
Pixel
Dan.
Do some
Pixel
research.
Dan, like they said. Try Pixel
Yeah.
Dan, like they
Yeah,
said.
I'll try the research.
Do some
Pixel Dan, I
research.
think I'll reach out.
Good.
Yeah.
Smiths have shut down at the moment.
Yeah.
But you can order online.
Order online,
Click
can't
and
you?
collect. Yeah.
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 But I wanted to say one thing. Someone brought up stuff about investing, okay? And I want to tell you guys a little bit about just a conversation I was having with my dad in the car when we were driving to take my brother. We were talking about spending $3,000-$4,000 on a Star Wars guy. You know, I didn't name names with my dad. I was just like, one of my friends got this Jawa for like $3,000 or something. Like, what do you think about that? And I was expecting, like, because I was going, I'm not sure I could ever spend that much money. I don't think I could do it, you know, is what I'm saying. Even if I had a lot of extra money to do it. And my dad turned to me and he said, like, well, if you think about it, he goes, he's got a physical object in his hand that he paid that money for. And 10 years from now, he's going to get 10 times that money probably.
Yeah, yeah.
And he said, if he ever decides to sell it, like he goes, like you're waiting till you're 80 years old and you might start selling some of your collection as a retirement. If you're, that old and you still have it and people want to buy it, that's when you might start selling. He goes, it's the same thing you do with the stock market. He goes, every day you spend $10,000 buying a stock and you buy air. He's like, think about it. He goes, it's not real. He goes, there's nothing real. You don't have a physical thing when you're buying those stocks and you're spending $10,000 on every company you're buying. And so you're spending, so he was like, I'm spending more money buying stocks and trading things that don't have a physical thing to it. It's like air. So I'm taking more of a risk and doing more weird stuff than the person who's buying a Star Wars toy. And it was kind of an interesting perspective coming from my dad, that like, like it's the same thing in a sense, but coming from a different perspective.
But it's not that $40,000. That's $40,000 challenge.
Andy was saying, if you're buying that toy, which I love, which is something that Andy loved, which is something we all love, there's more to it than just that monetary thing. It's something that we love and treasure, and we're going to hang on to for the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
Look at it and be like, look how cool that is,
So where's the investment for, John? That's the thing. When you showed that $40,000 one, I was thinking, oh, that's a great investment, which everybody says. But investment for who? Your family once you're gone, because do you sell it straight away? Do you wait a year? Do you see what I mean about spending that much money on a figure? Does that make sense, what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
Everyone's quiet. Well, you go out and you spend $40,000, say, for example, that Jawa that you showed on the live stream, right? So you bring that home and you put it on your shelf. What do you do with it? Yes, it's an investment, but an investment for who? Investment for your family after you're gone if you keep it that longer, or do you sell it after a year? Do you see what I'm trying to work out? Why you would spend $40,000 on a figure? Do you see what I mean?
Well, if it was an investment, if it's an investment, the more you spend, if you think about it in percentages, say you bought something and then you expect, on average, all the items to go up by 10%. If you bought something for £1, you're only going to get 10p back. If you spent 40 grand, you're going to get 10% of 40 grand, which is
4,000.
Right.
So it's the old phrase, right? You make people who have money make money because they can invest a lot and then they can get a lot of return back on the investment.
Yeah. Free to those who can afford it, very expensive those who can't. To quote with Noah and I.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah, it's a good point.
It is. When
it comes
to a celebrity, you get stuff for free, don't you? You don't earn it.
See, when it comes to toys and comics and things, it's different than the stock market. Like I think, like something I buy on the stock market, I might sell the next day if it goes up that much. If it goes up 20%,
that's what I mean. You've answered the question. Yeah.
Figure, no, if it was a $40,000 Star Wars item that I bought, I would keep it for 30 years. I wouldn't even think of selling it 5 years from now.
So where's the investment then? That's what I'm saying.
It's not. It's more than that. I want the object. I want the thing. It's not really an investment monetarily.
I bought a blue Snaggletooth 15 years ago, and I sold it this year because I needed money. Because it was like I love this figure, and it was like situations with my job, this, that, and the other. But I didn't buy that. This is going to be loads of money. I just wanted that last figure in the collection to put the cherry on the top. And I'm so glad I've got a full run of vintage Star Wars figures. And I do feel, even for new people, just like rekindling their love for just loose Star Wars figures. I mean, it's just devastating the money that's that it costs.
I know what you mean. That's a good point, Tez.
People like us are buying stuff because we love it, right? We have an interest in it. We have a passion for it, and we may make some money or we may lose some money at the end of the day when we sell it. But people who are buying, I think people who are buying 40 grand items, they're not. I don't believe that they are fans. I think they're just buying stuff purely on a speculation basis.
Yes, Dave. Yeah,
totally different buyer.
I think
I don't know because
they're buying because they love it.
Cool,
but I that's a great thing to ponder because only like the person that's going to buy that $40,000 carded Jawa is probably a fan on some level. Like otherwise, it wouldn't have.
He knows what he's buying.
It wouldn't have gotten on their radar otherwise. But I mean, I think we all know it's more fun to invest in something that we love rather than something that we like. It's way more fun for me to invest in Disney stock than it is for me to invest in property because I feel like I'm more invested in Disney than I am in land. I mean, one might be better than the other, but it's like you invest in things that you're drawn to first of all, and so I got to even think that like ideally I think we would all like those high dollar $40,000 figures to go to wealthy people who are passionate about what they about Star Wars, that this is the one thing they don't have and now it's going in that spot on their mantle that they've always wanted and now they can afford it, so that's what we want.
I mean, I was gonna say like I mean we've all heard the story about how Nicolas Cage when he became famous he bought all the comics he ever wanted when he was growing up as a kid and then unfortunately he had to something financially came up. He had to sell like $3 or $4 million worth of his collection. And now lately he's been trying to buy it all back, so he's a big fan of comics. He loves DC comics. There's no doubt about it. And some of his comics have been $100,000 buys, and Wednesday 13. I mean, I interviewed that guy and his collection, he has an entire like half a house that is just toys. And he's like a massive toy collector, and he'll spend $100,000 on a thing because he loves collecting, and he's a rock star, so he can afford it, So
just always had that thing in my head where you go out and you spend $40,000 and you put it on your shelf and you go right now what? Do you know what I mean? It's like
well, you move on to the next $40,000.
People out there bought art, right? They bought art for investment. They don't like art.
I find it easy to sell things because I feel like that.
Right, got you. So there's no attachment when you spend that much money. Is that what you're saying? You're doing it right? Okay.
Unless it's something I really, really want. I know I'm never going to sell.
Yeah.
It's like me.
Well, I
surviving.
guess technically, yeah. On the small scale, that's what I do to help fund my collection. I'll go to thrift stores. I go to garage sales. I'll buy Bionic 6 if I see it because I don't collect Bionic 6, but I know I can get like $30 or $40 per loose figure on the eBay for people who are collecting it. So yeah, I find Bionic 6 for $3 in a bin. I'll buy it, sell it for $40 on eBay, and then I use that to buy Star Wars figures. You know?
I showed these last week, and
yeah, you did.
I'm not. Yeah, Andrew sent them to me, and they're mine. And but I didn't really look on eBay to how much a loose box is, and this goes for like 50 quid.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
like,
boxes.
Amazing.
Look up some of the instructions.
Oh,
like
I know.
When I was looking up,
I wouldn't. I haven't got these back to go. Oh yeah, I can make loads of money, even though I need loads of money. Like, but it's like, well, no, I just wanted this back because this meant so much to me, and you know, I've got 24 of the things. So,
Matt, what's the most expensive thing you've ever bought?
Oh god.
Jenna.
I don't know. Make sure the door's shut.
He's not watching. It's all right.
Probably
You
a
say
carded.
by 10. That'd be right.
Just between us.
Most
Just between
expensive carded figure I bought is a Star Wars card, 21 back with CR5 D4. I think I went over 250 on it. So and that was that was 2 or 3 years ago. So
you bought this card, right? So did you buy it because you really wanted that card, or did you also have in the back of your mind, oh, it's because in a couple of years I've been working this one?
It's the best card,
isn't it? Yeah.
I wanted one card that said Star Wars on it, and it was the closest, and it's the best.
Right,
one of the
okay.
best card backs.
So interesting.
Yeah.
I love this chat. This has been awesome tonight.
When I buy something, I do not have future investment money in mind when I'm buying a toy. I do not think this is going to go up in value.
No.
When I buy a toy, it's because I want that toy for my collection. It doesn't matter if it's going to go up or down.
That's like buying modern now, isn't it? Like me and when we buy Mark, we buy modern back series. It's not going to be a massive in the future. It's not going to be massive investment. So
that flag, though, you see now
that's worth it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not a G.I. Joe fan. So if me and Jen ever came into some money, I would buy that because I love that thing. You know, to an English kid, something that big. We'd never have it where we're from, would we? We wouldn't fit in the house. So that is beautiful. So I can see what so interesting. So interesting. It really is because you can see how people are, investing the money back. You'd have to tell your missus, can you imagine me buying a 40 grand, what the damn god? Jen would probably sell it for $5 or something,
Yeah. You've got to write all this stuff down and like this.
No,
you'd have to, wouldn't you?
Actually, that's a thing. I spent actually more on my I spent a lot more on the wife's.
Do you see what I mean, Matt? Yeah.
That is true. That is true. Though.
Twice. Yeah, the most expensive thing I've bought actually, except for a car. Yeah,
I'm in the same boat. The most I've ever spent on a toy is somewhere between 200, 250. So something for my own collection. The most I've ever spent is in that range. And I got to say, most of the Transformers that I have are that much. I bought more Transformers that are on that line of that side of the line than I have Star Wars, even though Star Wars is my first love. But jewelry for a girlfriend, that's another thing. You're right. I spent $3,000. I bought $3,000 for a necklace for a girl once.
Oh, see, Jen's not like that. She's awesome for that. So
yeah, you got.
See,
certain
sail barge, well,
the sail barge, the sail barge.
Well, that's out of love, isn't it? That's out of love, I mean,
it's like with me, Death Star. I've been wanting that for years, and when I saw it online for £250, and I offered them £100, and they took it. I was like, what?
It does happen. Yeah.
So be patient. You don't have to spend a lot of money.
See, I'm quite lucky because all the vintage stuff I've got, I've had for years. I can't remember the last time I bought anything vintage. That's how long I've had it for. The figures, the shapes, I've got them all here. You've seen them all in my videos. Won't we talk about? So I'm, not that I'm quite lucky. It's just I don't think I've ever spent more than $100 on anything because I had it when I was younger. Do you see what I mean? So
this was the most. I think it was like it was 85 quid in 2005, and that was on eBay.
Yeah.
85 quid, not in a box or anything, but that's still
Mm.
missing a ramp if anybody's got one.
I paid
There we go.
50 quid for my newer one.
Dave, let me ask you a
50
question.
quid, exactly.
Yeah.
Dave, if you had to, let's say, for whatever reason, you needed to come up with some money, and the only way to do it was to sell a section of your collection, what is the first one to go? What's the first thing to go?
No, David, do OnlyFans.
Wow. I don't know. What would be the first to go?
Mine would be the Robotech.
I know what I would keep. I would keep the Action Man stuff. I would keep that.
Yeah.
I would keep the Star Wars stuff, and I would keep my Japanese stuff. I really do love that.
Oh yeah.
That's hard to get hold of over here. It's much harder.
Would it be your Action Man because of your dad, Dave? Is that why you keep that?
It's just one of my favorite. I remember playing that stuff when I was younger than that. It's just some of my favorite items, and I think they look. To be honest, I think they look amazing as well.
They do. They're beautiful. Yeah.
You know what? I probably would sell things like I'm going to upset people now. I probably would sell stuff like the Real Ghostbusters and He-Man and stuff like that. To be honest, because I know that you can pick that up.
Yeah.
So that's why you'd sell it, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of He-Man around, yeah.
I don't know. There's loads of stuff I probably should sell stuff. Thankfully, June, she only allows me to keep stuff in this room, so
she only allows me. Brilliant.
But I mean, that speaks to another problem. Like, well, once the room fills up, then it's like, okay, would I rather have this or would I rather have that?
This is
I've
why
got so much stuff upstairs because of what you've just said. Exactly right. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I've got a stack of empty boxes here that I got to fill up with stuff that's just been piled up around the place.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, there's some things.
Ungrateful DCB.
Yeah, get your offers into Dave on his He-Man stuff while you still can.
I don't know.
Yeah.
He makes June paint that room. He's got to sell all the toys. What's wrong with you, Dave? She's lovely. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But you can remember June's got the Police Academy figure.
She has.
As well. That's really unique. That is.
Monster High is going to be big, really big. Yeah.
Yeah, talking about carded collections, that is a carded collection that we have. Is Police Academy. That's all.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Did you get the precinct as well?
No. See, this is the thing with the place. I don't tend to go for the play sets. Place.
Right.
And I think they look a bit clunky. I have one which is called Go in the Box. That's pretty much the only big place that I have.
Well, can I just show that? I've just spent the last 10 minutes while Shabby was ranting.
Transforming it, yeah.
Looks nice.
I thought you were playing when you went down there.
Right, check this out. Ready?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
Can you erect your ladder, Tez?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. It goes. Ladder does erects. Quite high, actually. Look at that. I could actually rescue Shabby out of his pants. Look at that.
Impressive, Tez.
Yeah, that's got a right leg.
What she said.
You could use that the shot, Ted.
I know, yeah.
So the red carts fly out to knock people off who are trying to escape from the building?
They kind of flip out, and then...
Why would they have that feature? To knock people off the ladder when they're trying to save them?
No, they kind of fire as well, I think.
Yeah, how did you do that, Luke? Bloody hell. Oh, that T-shirt with Mark on it and that art. Oh, I laughed
It was
so much. It was so funny.
I'm still going through them numbers. I'll get there eventually.
That was funny as heck. That was.
Man.
That was brilliant.
I tell you what a good sport she was for doing that as well. Brilliant.
What do you mean good sport?
That was awesome. That was brilliant. That video. That was brilliant.
Oh, she's I know the minute I'm gone, it's sold. It's obvious. She won't keep any of it. No chance.
See, that's part of the reason why I always say, like, when I'm 80 something, I'm going to start selling, because I have no one to leave this stuff to, unless I leave it to one of you guys. And you guys are also going to be 80 years old. Mark, you're going to be like, if I'm 80, you're going to be 82.
Come on.
So like,
leave it to Andy. He'll be the youngest.
He'll be the youngest. Leave it to Andy. All right. Yeah.
You never know, Mark. You never
No,
know.
leave it to the oldest.
Yeah.
And they can roll down.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'll be homeless
will we,
under a bridge with all my Star Wars stuff.
Yeah. All right.
Hold it on like that.
He'll be like, I'll trade you this Luke Skywalker for a sandwich. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. I have loved tonight. What a great episode this has been. Brilliant. Loved
Nice, isn't it?
It's been really good. I love this.
Captain Crennan. That used to be brilliant. Kenny Everett.
Kenny Everett.
Captain Crennan. I used to have the watch.
Oh, did you watch? I remember Sid Snot. And
the funniest thing about Kenny Everett as well is, remember, we were all kids when he was out, so he's funnier now you're older. You can get more of the jokes and you can get more. Do you see what I mean? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I couldn't stand it. Of course he couldn't. Couldn't stand
you like Kenny Everett, Matt?
Kenny Everett.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. That's
awesome.
I do like him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good one, Mike.
He used to be the voiceover for Toy Nobby, the Toy Nobby adverts. If you're from the Northwest,
yeah.
Right.
Did he? Yeah, he did, didn't he?
Yeah, Toy Nobby.
Was it? He said it's all in the best possible taste, wasn't it? That one was it?
Possible taste, yeah.
That was the number one single. That was the number one.
That right now.
Yeah.
I used to love his Bee Gees when he did the Bee Gees. Oh man, it made me laugh so much.
You know, I've often thought that the front of the refrigerator should be turned into Han and Carbonite. Because I'm like, the refrigerator's that size anyway, so make it Han and Carbonite. Then you're not putting it there. You're not.
Yeah, one of the mates, some lads on Tested did it. The other guy, Frank something. It was beautiful what he made.
That goes all the way on your fridges. I'm sure you can.
Hey, get Luke to make it for you. He made a Han and Carbonite. Get Luke to do it.
So go out and subscribe to Dave.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He's got over 300 now. He don't need any more.
That was brilliant, though, wasn't it, Dave? I said, right, let's get him out. So we all advertised it for you, and boom, 300 straight away. I was made up. That was awesome.
I gotta watch.
I put a link in the chat.
I gotta watch that Bullmark Kaiju one. How did I miss that one?
He's got such a good channel.
Awesome.
I love Dave's channel.
Those Kaiju are awesome.
Waking up on Friday morning, it's like
so good though, isn't it? Because he's
one division, and then you get Dave video. It's like, yeah.
It's like the opposite of me, though, where I'm like, do you know what I mean? He's a lot more relaxed and laid back. So I love Dave's video.
Yeah, that's because I'm calm and I click vintage, and you go out and try and get modern. That's the difference.
That's it. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Cleo Rockers. So I wonder why. A couple of reasons, I think.
Yeah, like that Liz Hurley picture yesterday, Mark. Very nice.
What? She's 55.
I know. Look at that picture.
Jesus.
Oh. I'm making it
having a moment.
Oh yeah, Ross Stewart.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, his bum exploded, wasn't it? His bum got bigger.
Yeah, Mark Stewart, you're all doing great, brilliant. And we're all growing together. It's all, I love it. I love it.
Doing this live stream out so much. Thanks, everyone.
785.
Yeah.
785.
785. Oh, I can see what I'm on.
Wow, you'll be.
Matt, you're on 523.
Show everybody Matt's new graphics.
Really?
No, they can go look for them.
Yeah.
Shabby's on 308.
Thank you.
Says he's very close to 300.
Yeah, come on, let's
go over there. Let's get him on 300.
We need 4. We got to get him up there. We just,
you can just subscribe and even not watch. But you know, blow me net, John. That's he's jumped up to 209.
And Luke at Reynolds Reviews, he's close to 300 now as well, isn't he, Luke? So we've got to get Luke over.
Yeah, get Luke on.
And Mike's at 15k.
15k.
Nice.
Mike. Oh wow. Well done, Mike.
He has with his
well
latest
done, John.
gossip and all that news.
News.
Wow.
Yeah. Well,
you know what's an odd one? So like that that Predator 12-inch by Lannard, it's done 2,000 views in 1 week.
Yeah,
Predator one.
Yeah, isn't that weird? Like all the Star Wars and Transformers and all the stuff we normally do, a few
Yeah, we
hundred,
did that.
and then Lanyard 12-inch Predator 2,000.
They're really good, aren't they?
1 week. It's like what?
I like the 7-inch
That's
ones.
right.
I can't wait. They're not coming out to the UK until March, so I'll keep an eye out. I think Smiths are going to get them. So I want those 7-inch ones. Yeah, they look brilliant.
Oh yeah, Luke's helmets are amazing.
Oh, Luke's helmet. See, there's another great channel. Our Luke's. This is really good.
Yeah.
And him.
Yeah.
This is the question I want.
Fantastic.
Andy, we're all ace, aren't we?
Come on, Dave.
Oh,
you
Andy
need
and Josh have built something brilliant on Mondays. I mean, they're so good. You know what I mean? That's another great channel. Brilliant.
Thank you, Shabby.
I really enjoy it. It's good fun though. You've got a great community in there. Do you know what I mean?
I can't. UK, we've got to stay up so late. It's like in 3 o'clock
we
in the morning.
can't stay up. I can't stay up that late.
I know. Hey, next Monday we're going early.
Oh,
So I think
how many
I
hours?
think it'll only be like 9 or 10 your time.
oh, that's good.
Oh,
Hey, yeah, we'll all be on.
Oh,
Can I
we
come
might
on?
be there then.
Nice.
Can I come on? Can I come on?
Do some trolling on there.
I've been on. I've been on.
We've not been on. We've not
you
been
have the interview in about an hour, don't you? Beyond the Blast Stars with David White.
Pete does. Yeah, Pete's interviewing David Whiteley.
Oh wow!
Wow.
Oh, okay.
I've already interviewed him, so
Yeah, brilliant.
yeah, on the podcast. Yeah.
I love it. I love his stuff, and he's got it.
Oh,
I think he's
definitely.
going to talk about a new one that he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, great.
The Boba Fett one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That should be really good. So
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
he's brilliant.
good stuff.
Just to answer Scuba's question there, any Lego build coming up? I haven't got any planned, but I am thinking of doing another live stream at some point if anyone's interested.
Yes.
Yeah,
of
of course we are.
You can watch me get out an old Atari 2600 and play a few.
Oh.
Tess loves that.
Yeah, yeah.
I get takes on with you.
Oh, have you got the wooden chip? Is the wood chip one or the plain black one?
It's got the wooden top. Yeah, it's the old.
Yeah. Yes, please.
We'll all be there.
Oh,
Your live stream was
I
awesome
saw
last time you
one,
did it.
I saw one of those.
Yeah. Those
But
flashbacks.
the game's sealed, so I can't use it anyway.
You get those flashbacks are quite good. The
Right.
Atari flashbacks.
when I
are not
left
bad.
university, I had an argument with my mate, and I left it at his house, and then I finished university. And
What was you arguing about? What did you argue about? Was it girls? Was it girls?
Yeah,
Girls, yes.
yeah,
Come on.
something like that. I don't know. I walked out and I just thought, oh god, I've left it there. I had about 30 games as well.
Should have just walked in like that.
Dave, is
Okay,
yours
okay,
when you
real
had as a
quick.
kid?
Real quick, what's your favorite Atari game that you played? For me, Pitfall. Loved it.
Oh yeah,
I don't have it.
Hero. Is it Hero?
E.T.
helicopter.
Helicopter.
I keep people slag off
Demon
E.T.
I
Attack.
can't remember any Atari games. I can remember Chucky I got on Spectrum, but I can't remember Atari.
Yeah, Jet Set Willy.
Jet Set, I love Jet Set Willy.
Spider Fighter was one of my favorites. Demon Attack.
Space Invader.
River Raid.
Yeah.
Dave, do you still have
River
yours
Raid was
from
awesome.
when you were a kid?
No, I don't.
Caramel Paul.
Yeah.
Mine is. And I have a photograph of when I got it too.
Oh,
That's
It's the
awesome.
same one that's in the photo.
I always find that E.T. gets a really bad rap. It's the worst game ever. It's not. It's the only Atari game you can actually finish.
Yes.
There you go,
Have you ever played Indiana Jones or the Raiders of the Lost Ark? That's so difficult.
Or Adventure. Adventure takes
Terrible.
forever to finish.
Yeah, Adventure. That's the one.
You need to do a video about it, Taz.
Yeah, I did say. I agree with Matt. Yeah.
Did you see me
There we
King
go.
Kong versus Godzilla?
Says you can have it. There you
Can
are.
have it. Yeah.
There's your ice cream out the window.
Yeah.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I keep looking at those flashbacks, those little tiny
Imagine.
ones you can get with like
Yeah.
HD. I was tempted to get one of them.
Mm.
Yeah.
Problems in development.
Get your France.
It's a
Miss Pac-Man. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. Old plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tanky Tank.
Centipede.
Oh,
Tank Attack.
Centipede. Oh yeah. Good.
Yeah.
yeah. Human
Did
Centipede.
anybody
Is it
human centipede?
Boys and
Oh, again.
Is it Byzantium or something? Byzantium, and you go around shooting all the robots. Is it Byzantium?
Berserk.
Berserk.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's brilliant. That was brilliant.
It's that one. It's like Tron, wasn't it? A little bit.
Yeah.
It's how the Empire Strikes Back.
Empire,
Yeah.
you've got that, haven't you, Mark? Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah,
Mine's sealed. I can't get it out anyway.
that is one of my favourite games, actually. Empire. I just love that.
Yeah, it's good. It's really good.
Shoot the AT-ATs, the squares.
Yeah.
In the neck. Yeah, there was a little blinking spot on his neck.
Yeah. He also brought out Porkies on the Atari.
And I have both He-Man and the Masters Universe games. I have both versions of the He-Man game.
What, on Atari?
Yeah, I have 1 and 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've got 3 or 4.
They had loads of them, didn't they? Says all those Atari. Did you see how many Atari games was in there? That Popper's Pennies that we just went into. Did the video on?
Yeah, that was awesome.
They had loads, they had loads of games there.
I've got 300 or 400 Atari games. I pretty much have.
Wow, wow.
Chris used to come around and play cricket,
Yeah.
Well, you think about games, people complain about the prices of games now. Oh, it's like 60 quid, but like you go back to 83, 84, games were like £40.
50 quid, weren't they? Like
50 quid. I mean, they haven't really.
Yeah.
Well, is it complete? Has it got a Top Gun? Is it boxed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
$35 quid.
Does it stand
What's
straight?
That? $42. Not bad at all.
So I've actually got an Atari game that's in a box, and the receipt from when they first bought it at Sears. They bought it from Sears, and the receipt is in the box, and the receipt says $68.99 for an Atari game.
Wow.
$68.99.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And the thing is, I have my receipts for my NES games. When I bought my NES game, I put the receipt in the box. And those say $60. When the Super Nintendo came out, I put those receipts in the boxes, so I still have those receipts, and they say $60. And
so it hasn't really changed.
Still $60. They haven't.
Yeah.
Wow.
They've been $60 since Atari.
Yeah, wow. Isn't it? Absolutely crazy, but
yeah. But they did load it. So
Go on, Dave.
Go on, Dave.
Go on, Dave.
Go on, Dave.
Yeah, singles out, Dave. Singles out.
Sorry.
Singles out.
You were saying something.
No, I'm good.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
I'm good.
Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? Right then.
He's lovely.
Thank you for joining us. See, it's flown again, hasn't it?
I have loved it tonight. Loved it.
Magnificent Seven.
Yeah, it's been brilliant.
We said that about 2 hours ago.
Well, it's still true. It's still true.
I don't know.
Andrew's right.
Thanks for having us on.
Oh, that's the
Bye,
snake.
guys.
Ooh. Mark actually typing that.
Wow, it's animated.
Fancy.
Is this still on?